Night of Fam. It's Monday night. I know you're checking out Chicago and Seattle. I was too. But Seattle is just, there's just no reason to watch them anymore. I used to watch them hoping they would lose. Yeah, we already know they're going to lose. I mean, really. I don't know, but since I walked away, maybe they're starting to win, but they just look like no chance. Woo. Hey, anyway, about us. All right, it's Monday night. Normally on Monday nights, we reserve this night to go nuts on people we didn't appreciate during the course of the game. We're probably out of line, but we have that right, don't we? I had cooled down since yesterday during the course of the evening as we were talking. I had actually calmed down on it. And actually, fam, there's some things here. As I look down through here, there are some things we can be impressed with by the 49ers, and we got to keep in mind this. The 49ers are, well, let me just go ahead and get into this with you. First of all, the 49ers pulled off their first win of the season, 30-27 victory over the Detroit Lions, and made everybody mad. You know, because the Lions are mad, and then we're mad too. Sunday's win dead. However, I have some good things to look back upon as the 49ers continue to adjust the playbook. And, of course, the new personnel as well. See, what we're confused by is the fact the 49ers are adjusting to a lot of new bodies out there. The offensive line probably being the number one issue that has to make adjustments. They're starting to come around. Matt Breida. I'll tell you more about I'll get you into some numbers about Matt Breida in a minute. Let me start with a breakdown of the week. 3.5 sacks through the first 2 weeks of the season for DeForest Buckner is tied for the third most by a 49ers player through the first 2 weeks of the season since sacks first became an official stat back in 1982. Ooh. 11th career touchdown reception for Garrett Selleck, who's become our go-to guy. Garrett came out of nowhere, man. I had forgotten all about him. I thought Jimmy was fixated on George Kittle and forgot about everybody else when it comes to the goal line, right? 12.5 yards per carry for Matt Breida. Oh, man, it's the third best single-game rushing average in franchise history. Joe Perry, Frank Gore, Matt Breida. Who knew? Now, those guys, they did that, and you know they're elite. Now, I don't know. I'm not jumping to no conclusions about that, but if you have that kind of juice and it shows up anywhere in your career, that means that you potentially, it's in you. It all depends on the offensive line. And from what I seen from that offensive line yesterday, those creases they created, that's Kyle Shanahan football. It's coming around. May take a couple of more weeks, but it's coming around. Let me just go crazy with Breida for a minute. That 66-yard touchdown run by Breida marked 49ers' longest touchdown run by a member of the 49ers since Colin Kaepernick registered a 90-yard score against the San Diego Chargers. And you seen that run back in 2014? Remember Colin running like a gazelle, them long, beautiful strides, just pulling away. He pulled it down. Colin He was something beautiful to watch run, wasn't he? As he ran down through there, you could see how futile it was for the guys who were in pursuit to catch him. 90 yards. That run from Breida, though, was epic as well. You got Carlos. I'm looking at Pierre Garçon. Garçon would not give it up. He's in this dude's face, man. They're just fighting all the way down the field. Dude tried to shift. Garçon jumped over there with him. They're just battling all the way across. I'm looking at Garçon as hard as I'm looking at Breida. I said, look at the fight in that man. He will not be denied. And you know what's really epic? As Pierre just carries this dude on out of bounds as our boy walks across the goal line. Got to me, man. I'm telling you, man. I was impressed. 138 rushing yards by Breida are the most rushing yards in a single game in the NFL so far this season. It also marked his first career 100-yard game and the first by a 49ers running back to reach the century mark since Carlos Hyde did that in 2017. 124 yards at Seattle. And, you know, it's a kind of a close date, but it's impressive, right? 159 yards from scrimmage, 138 rushing yards, 21 receiving yards, and 14 touches by Breida. His 11.4 Yards per touch ranked 7th amongst 49ers running backs for a single game in franchise history. And it's the highest average since Frankie Gore in 2009's 11.7 yards per touch. 207 rushing yards and 39 receiving yards and 21 touches. We all know who that happened against, too. Woo! 13 consecutive home victories. We can smile about that. Against Detroit, which is the 49ers' longest active home winning streak against any opponent. And Fred Warner. Fred Warner's 22 tackles are the third most of any player in the NFL through his first 2 games in 2000. Fam, he'll never sit down again. Malcolm Smith, you got a problem. Reuben Foster. He returns this week. You had your shot. You should have got it there before Reuben got back. It don't look good for Mrs. Smith's baby boy. Oh, man. Robbie Gould set the franchise record for most consecutive made goals by a member of the 49ers. And we thought it was Uncle Phil. Robbie jumped on him already, man. 90-yard kickoff return by DJ Reed Jr. marked the longest kickoff return since Kyle Williams, 94. Did I say Kyle Williams? His numbers are still in the books, though, even though he... 94-yard against the Minnesota Vikings back in 2012. 118.4 quarterback rating for Jimmy G. Was the highest as a member of the 49ers and the second highest of his career. Minimum 10 attempts, of course. 135.4 versus Miami Dolphins in 2016. He's coming around, y'all. He's coming around. Now, that tentativeness you see out there, the hesitation, the getting sacked, I have a feeling that's him trying to get the program. He might be moving at a pace that's pissing us off. He'll get there. He'll get there. And when he does, lights out. 159 total kick return yards by Reed, 39.8 average against the Lions is the highest by a member of the 49ers. Minimum 3 kickoff returns since Ted Ginn Jr. in 2011. 4 kickoff returns for 176 yards, 44.0 average versus them Hawks. There are things to look forward to in this young team. They're making strides. The pace is not one that we appreciate, but we must realize this. It's a young team. They got things to learn. They're learning. Certain guys are starting to stand out as stars already. But again, there were some things that were irritating, and I'm concerned about the secondary. I'm concerned with the rush as well. But they work hand in hand, and you know this. This is what I was crying about during the season when we had the Empire split between, we need a wide, we need a cornerback. We need a pass rusher. We need both. We got one, Richard Sherman. Nobody messes with Sherm. Nobody messes with Sherm. Nobody's going to mess with Sherm. When they throw at Sherm, it's because they either made a mistake or they had no choice. That child in Kansas City, now he may think he's all of that in a bag of chips. He may make the mistake of throwing on Sherm. I hope he does. God. But I don't think so. Andy Reid will keep him in check. He knows that. And in the meanwhile, our problem is this. I hope Akello bounces back. I hope Sherm works with him, move him up as fast as he can. Because that's all teams are going to do against us, man. They're going to throw an Akello all day long. Why wouldn't they? Why would I throw on Sherm when I don't have to? Kello's got to be brought up to speed. I don't know what they're going to do. Salah's got to do something. Hafley's got to figure something out. They've got to help out the other side. And by the way, Adrian Colbert, who should have been covered a little faster, he's got a hammy, and we can't be blaming him. So if we're getting ready to roast him, I'm just letting you know that in advance. So anyway, let me jump on this real quick. Downey, Montana. Oh, Stronger King 23. What up? Andre Smith, yeah. Green Lantern, the play calling once the score was 30-13 went backwards. Reminiscent of the Super Bowl, Kyle needs to know when to stay aggressive. You know, I'm a little bit on that wagon too. I'm trying not to question Kyle Shanahan because I know this dude is goddamn genius. But I did wonder why he didn't we were running it down their friggin' throats. Just keep running it down their throat, Kyle. Okay, maybe, I don't know. We need to talk. I wish I could get him on the program. Kyle, please explain to us what's up, man. David Rosenthal, Kyle chose not to run the ball on several occasions when the running ball, well, yeah. It was a football thing to do. Maybe he's falling in love with the genius label that so many of the pundits give him. I know. It's Kyle on blast tonight. Oh, man. Kyle Shanahan, I think it's going to be a night of let me holler at you. Smith, S. He says, Jay Gordon about to be beast now. If not, it still was a great risk. Yeah. Rodney Carnes, what's up? Memphis checking in. What's up, Memphis? I think the game will be closer than people are thinking with the Chiefs and Vontae Davis retired at halftime. And where stories go, he walked out of the locker room butt naked into his guy and left the uniform piled on the floor. Hey, you know what? Buffalo started off getting the brains beat out. Vontae's probably said, man, I got to put up. I'm too old for this shit, man. I ain't got to put up with this. Vontae just said goodbye. Hey, remember when people talking about, we ought to get Vontae? Remember he's running around free agent? He may have stayed with us. Who knows? Audio V. GB Vool says, we here. Sup, fam? Civic Sport ejected FB6. Not Empire for life. Stay blessed. Kyle Baker, what's up? Watching the Bears beating up Seattle. Yeah, I thought so. They still beat them up, ain't they? Christopher Gray, truthfully, Kyle has had the problem of passing too much since the Super Bowl and did not control the clock by running. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Case, I noticed coaches in there taking up for Kyle, though. There's no such thing as too much passing. I'm staying out of it. I just point the coach out, okay? Sir, what's up, fam? Eddie Dynamo, 49ers are major underdogs, analysts say. Oh, you know. We know. I didn't even have to be told that. I mean, this dude, the Chiefs are just going buck wild. Clark Kent, Ronbo, did I say it? Matt Braida's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Matt. Dun, 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 dun. John Delvin, Ferrari Foster will destroy on Sunday. Hall of Famer Coach Tim, he says, hey, Ronbo, the rest of the league has forgotten all about Senate too. I know, you know, and that's why he gets loose. Downey Montana, what's up? Not a fam. Sebastian Camarena, Foster X, Warner Duo, gonna be dope. Amen. William Roberts, Niners all day. Papi Pablo, XXS for real, Foster time. Niners! Dolanite, they'll be helping Ruben off the field by series. Come on, Dolanite. Ruben's been working out. He's in shape. He'll be ready. I know he's been working hard. Coach is probably, I bet they assigned somebody to work with Ruben the whole time. Billy Jones, all these teams like Dallas and Jacksonville wasting high picks on running backs are not that important. Very good point. Ricky Wright, hey, he says, what's up, 49er Faithful? What's up? We got Ruben back. Listen, about that we're large underdogs to the Chiefs. Remember the last time we was hardcore underdogs? I guarantee the 49ers take this game way more serious. I don't know what they was tripping on. I don't think they took I really don't think they took the Lions seriously. Because when they got up in front, I think they kicked back. And Kyle started experimenting and doing things he probably shouldn't have been doing. If we could get into their head, we'd probably find that out. Let us go to the full. Oh, Vader! Vader always says on Monday night. Time! It's time! It's Vader time! I love when he does that. Vader?
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on?
Oh, Vader, man. I'm here to Monday night, but I've gotten over that whooping that we should have got, accepting that W.
Oh my goodness,
good, man.
Hey, Ronbo, I'm hearing some feedback. Is that me or you?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It could be me. I'm hoping not, because I've been having a lot of tech difficulties.
Hold on.
See if you can work with it.
Okay, no, okay. I think I'm good. Sorry about that. What's going on, Ronbo?
All right, good.
Yeah, we're just going. Gotta restart the show.
Man.
Gotta restart the show.
Man, I'm telling you,
How
man.
you doing? How you doing? How you doing today?
Doing all right. As I said, man, I was just checking out. Everybody's still actually people are not as mad as they were yesterday, so we're all right. We moving forward, man. Get over that game. Okay, we won, stupid fashion, but we still won. We got bigger fish to fry coming up. What are you thinking?
No, I'm still upset.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't play like we should be playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected a lot more this year than what I'm seeing now, and it probably goes back to what you stated, where Kyle's trying to try different things. Maybe I don't know, but it doesn't look like Jimmy's comfortable. McGlinchey, I don't know if I watched the game again. Actually, and kind of went through just on the offensive side of the ball, because we know what's wrong on defense, so we don't even need to go there. But on the offensive side of the ball, McGlinchey, he missed like 3 or 4 plays, bro, that caused some sacks. So I think, I mean, he started out, and then the play is very difficult to tell. I mean, you can't even diagnose this in one day. They're going to need to work with him, show him the film 2 or 3 times, because he does the correct, he's in the correct spot. He does the correct position. And then all of a sudden, he goes and helps out Lincoln Thomas. Like, what are you doing? and the guy just comes right by and nails Garoppolo. I go, well, what did you let him go for? What was the purpose of that?
I gotta go look at that again. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you gotta. I started watching because I want to know what the hell is going on with our offense. You know, I just can't put my finger on it. And then Breida starts doing his thing. He starts running, Ronbo. He starts running. And didn't goddamn Kyle promise us, if something is not broke, I am not going to fix it or deviate away from it. Breida is on fire. They take him out of the game. We start firing the ball. Yeah. My God, here comes. And we're just making mistakes after mistakes. The penalties are lining up. And I just kind of, I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I want to know what you see out there.
No, I'm just, Matt, as a matter of fact, McGlinchey is going to do rookie bonehead things on occasion. He wins a lot of battles, though. You can see it's just a process with him. Jimmy G, and Vader, that is not Jimmy G from last year, right? That's why.
Thank you.
Well, see, that's why
I noticed that he's not comfortable when he's up on the line. He's a lot more comfortable, and he can see the rest of the field when he's in shotgun. If you're going to run the West Coast offense, you're going to be in the shotgun. I don't give a shit if it's a running play, if it's a pitch, or what it is. That's where you're going to line up at.
Yeah, well,
85% of your players are going to be in the shotgun position. Yeah. It looks reversed. And maybe, again, like you stated at the beginning of the show, maybe he's just not showing his whole hand, Kyle, maybe, or he's trying to incorporate both?
Let me tell you real quick. I think Kyle he looked at the Lions defense, and he may have tried a few things that he probably won't try against the Chiefs. Because I do think that Jimmy is still feeling his way around through this offense, and it makes sense that he would be. Because he just got the playbook, a few months ago? A couple of months, 2-3 months ago? So you're not going to see the Jimmy G we seen last year that was off schedule, ad-libbing, and just being Jimmy G. You're getting now a disciplined Jimmy G who's trying to stay within a system and execute. So we're going to see this for maybe 4 weeks or so. It's really scary. I wish we could do it.
Yeah. Well, if we're behind 7 points, just let Jimmy G lose. Let him play what he feels comfortable playing. You know what I mean? Let him do his thing. Just to get us back on the scoreboard.
The rest of the offense might not know what's going on. That's why we got to stay.
I have to agree with you on that, Ronbo. I don't see it. I mean, I looked, and then Armstead. You know me, man. We tried defending him up, down, left, right. I mean, when he posted that shit on Instagram, when he got upset, but Armstead, I'm sorry. I don't want to see anybody employed. Brother, you got to go. Yeah. I don't know where you got to go, but you got to go somewhere.
Get to go the hell away from me, I know.
I'd rather him pretend that he's hurt or something, or we should just trade him for somebody else. Because, I mean, I don't know what the brother's doing out there, Ronbo.
You got a couple of guys coming in next year. It's you don't have any choice right now anyway. So,
Now, do we have anybody in the practice squad that we can bring up?
Well, they're probably not. They're not. I mean, he's not that bad. He's not practice squad bad yet. But, I mean, he's still got a little while to go. It's week 2.
My God. I know it's week 2, wrong, but the thing is, I even throw blessings before the game starts. I said, show me something for the love of God. He comes out on the field. We defer the fucking ball. Okay. Oh, excuse my French. We're on the
It's
Ronbo
okay.
show. Apologize.
Hurry up
All
because
of a
we
sudden,
got to wrap it up.
right? All of a sudden, we run the first play, and it's him with the first flag. With the first flag of the game. I'm like, Jesus, can't you grow some sweat before you actually take the flag? But
tell you what.
But anyways, yeah, I was upset. I know we got to go, but I want to let you know I'm proud of Alfred Morris that he had his towel out there and he was drying his arms.
Yeah.
We didn't see no fumble, so I think we're in a good place. Yeah. But anyways, Ronbo, I will let you go, and I will see you tomorrow, brother.
All right.
Letting it go on Ready Go! Radio Ronbo Sports. And hit that like, guys. Hit that like.
Yes. Hey, right.
We love Ronbo.
Thanks, Vader.
All right. You guys have a good night.
You too. All right. And on to Richie Rich.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Oh, Richie, man, I see back. You know, yesterday we talked, and after we had, everybody got some rest and everything, and drink some cold water and try to let that fire out. Richie, I've already calmed all the way down, man. What are you thinking, man? I mean, there's certain individuals that probably do need to be called out. So go. It's what Monday night is for. Go ahead.
My thing is this. I just think when it comes to the defensive line, I think they're trying to fit square pegs into round holes. What I mean by that is Eric Armstead and Solomon Thompson. They're not your prototypical outside edge speed rushers. They don't have it. Armstead is a big, sluggish, slow guy. He's not an outside rusher. And Solly, like I said, if you're going to get people on the edges, they got to have some speed to them, and they got to be able to bend type play. These guys can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. I mean, Defoe, he tries to come out there. He's going to be double teamed a lot of the times. So these guys got to give some help. But I don't see that coming this year. I just don't see any of these guys improving. I just don't see them sitting out there and having an epiphany and just, making noise. I think Armstead is gone by the end of the year. I think Solly still will be on his team because they would want to, because of the pick where he was.
Exactly.
They don't want to give up on him. And it starts from the inside out. I know I heard someone say this about a few months back where you build in the secondary, which I don't agree with that. That what Seattle did, that's a rarity right there. Where they strength was in a secondary, but they had a quality defensive line, but that was their strength, they back end. We don't have that type of secondary. I think we have some decent guys back there. I think we have some quality guys back there. But it starts up front. And if your guys can't get to the quarterback and the quarterback is sitting back there patting on the ball and he's looking around like, oh man, I can sit here all day. Keller's gonna have problems because you see Keller, he got flustered yesterday because you see what happens when guys do work on him. He gives up maybe 2-3 plays, and then all of a sudden he gets into his head, and then that's it for him, and stuff like that. And so we need to work on that. And as far as Salah, that extreme violence, I said this yesterday. I don't see extreme violence. I see extreme softness, and I don't see enough aggressiveness when it comes to turnovers. We're not getting the ball. We're not getting the ball back to give to our offense. When we had Vic Fangio there in that 3-4 defense, we was always make sure we got the ball back. And I'm not seeing that. I just think this was an experiment with Salah, and I think that experiment, unless something changes from here on in, I think that the experiment will change next year. And I think they're gonna cut bait and try to go out there and get some other guy. That means we have to change. Back to a new scheme, but it might fit. Remember when we got Harbaugh and Vic Fangio? Remember, for years we had talent, but we didn't have the right guy. When they came there, Vic Fangio implemented that defense. That defense changed overnight, Ronbo, in 1 year.
That's true. But what do you do with Richard Sherman if you change the scheme?
That's the thing. You're right about that. That's the only thing is that can he play in another scheme? We don't know. Remember they said that about what's my man that went from Carolina to Washington? Josh Norman. Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know how he,
He looks so in Washington. I mean, he's no big deal.
Okay.
I mean, if you watch him,
like I said, I don't know what the answer is to that with the Richard Sherman thing. But Richard Sherman, to be honest with you, Richard Sherman was only going to be here for 2 years, tops.
True.
Tops. So we can't think about Richard Sherman what fits him. Hopefully, he's one of those guys like, man, I'll take on a challenge. We have to do what's best for us as a team and as a defense. We have to, Ronbo, because at the end of the day, if we're not out there and we're getting pushed around, if we're out there, we're not getting no turnovers, nothing. Something is up. It's not only the players. I get it. The players, you got to hold them accountable. But something is up.
I agree. Richie, well, I'll tell you what, man, that's food for thought for everybody else listening and coming in. Because we're going to stop here. And Richie, boy, he's got a solid pot. What do you do with this defense? All right, Richie, let me see you tomorrow.
Let me say one last thing. Let me say one last
quick.
thing before I go real fast. My thing is this: the next 2 games, we at least got to split, and that's all I say.
Yeah, and that'll be a good thing actually, because at 2-2,
Yeah, exactly.
and Green Bay and also the Packers involved, we look good after that. The schedule becomes human, and that's when the 49ers will be getting better. So yeah, that's a good point.
We got the Chiefs and Chargers, so we at least got to get a split. I would love to go 2-0, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah. If Joey Bosa doesn't come back, I don't know about the Chargers. All right, fam.
I agree with you. All right, Ronbo, I'm going to let you go, brother. I know you got a lot of calls.
All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Have a good night now.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Richie got that's some things to think about though. I be ham and that big rig, such a dramatic setting. Be ham, be ham. Can you hear me, be ham? Hey, what's going on, fam? Hey, as a matter of fact, was that you? Somebody was headed toward someplace coming to the game. Was that somebody else? Was that you?
No, that wasn't me, Ronbo.
Yeah, somebody else called in one of the big glorious trucks. Oh, BM, what are you thinking, man? We have got some issues.
Listen here. I got one for you.
Okay.
I got one for you. Yeah. You know what that is, baby?
Wait, what?
He's back, baby. He's back. My boy back. Alabama, baby. Oh,
Ruben
back. Ruben's back. Okay.
Hey, you know what?
Look at him. I'm ready.
Go ahead. That's what we need. That's probably what we need to look at.
Hey,
how we're getting ready to get much better.
Real quick, Ronbo. I'm gonna break something down real quick. I ain't gonna hold you up too long. I'm almost back in Alabama. we missing a lot of tackles. I seen a couple of those runs that Theo Riddick slipped through.
Oh.
Ruben wouldn't have happened with Ruben. He would have got knocked back.
Mm-hmm.
Ruben would have been that guy that met him at that crack that he thought he had, and pushed him back about 4 or 5 yards.
Damn right.
I mean, all in all, I've been listening to a couple of the guys. The last guy that was on, he had some good facts. The first caller you took, he had some good facts. Me personally, those guys that was playing in that scheme last year, by the time they threw Jimmy G in the mix, the receivers really knew all their routes. Hell, they had been running it for 10, 11 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, everybody knew where to go. We just had mental errors early to why we lost games. But by the time he got there, the only thing he really needed to do was make the throws.
Yeah.
And those guys was getting open to be there. They was already accounted. But, we got new receivers. We trying to put pieces together, trying to figure out our O-line. Hey, I'm like Sherman. I'm happy for the win, but I'm also upset at the same time.
Yeah.
When we put our fucking foot on somebody, when we put the foot on somebody's throat, we put the pedal to the metal. We don't goddamn stop till the clock hits 0.
Yes.
This is football. A lead is not for long. Jimmy G is good. Only problem I got with him, he's sailing a lot of his passes. He's throwing them higher than normal. And my thing is, coming into this season, we was who we were supposed to be, right?
Yes, agreed. Because Jimmy, you're right. I think they mess with him so much that he's trying to conform to whatever they're trying to teach him. He's not looking like G yet. I'm figuring it's going to come around.
I just want him to live on up to the hype that the hype was.
You haven't lost it.
You really the star light. I mean, we 1-1. It's a lot of work to be done, but I'm with the last guy. I ain't feeling Robert Saleh. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Yeah. I'm not feeling him. I believe we got the pieces. We can put guys different places. I don't think he's got the know-how to know what to do. I don't really recall seeing Matthew Stafford get blitzed probably no more than twice. I don't recall seeing a blitz, and if it was a blitz, I don't know what the hell it didn't look like a blitz.
No, you're right.
You
And
know,
we blitzed
so
Kirk
I
Cousins
mean,
more than that. As I remember, there was a few blitzes on Kirk, none on Stafford.
right? You see, and see that's what fucks with me, Ronbo. We had a better game in a defeat than we had in a win. I feel better because we went up against a way better, stronger defense. Even though we lost by 8, we went up against a stronger defense, and then we go up against a weaker defense, and we blowing them out and lose and only win by 3.
I hear
I
you.
mean,
B-Ham,
you know that I don't know.
I hear you, man.
Hey man, I understand, man. I know you got to run. Hey man, it's finna be an exciting week. Go Niners. I hope we continue, rolling, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna address it too, man. I appreciate you getting in here too. I always love when you call in, man. Especially sitting up in that track. That's awesome. All right,
hey, man.
All right. Talk to you later, huh?
All right.
All right. Yeah, and what BM's talking about is you know what? You test this theory out in your own thinking. Why would Shanahan lighten up against the Lions? He did. They all did. They took the Lions for granted. Maybe not to the point of using the term taking them for granted, but that was a lightweight approach. They did some really strange things, and they could have did a lot better. They saved it for next week. Nothing will be discovered. Chiefs are going to get the whole book thrown at them. I can see that coming already. All right. But hey, Raymond. Oh man.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo, man?
Oh, Raymond. You know, man.
How you doing tonight and not in the world?
No, I'm doing. You know what? As of
shout out my
yesterday,
boy B-Ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out my boy B-Ham. I'm the one got him calling Ronbo for the beginning.
That's right. I remember that now.
Yeah, I'm the one. Oh yeah, that's my man B-Ham. I talk to him all the time, so we always talk and we always share like-minded thoughts, and we bounce thoughts off on each other. So, shout out B-Ham. But man, listen here. I told you yesterday, man. I'm still fired up. And if you listen to the press conference, I'm very fine with our situation against the Chiefs and moving forward because they each one of them said the same thing I said yesterday. Kyle Shanahan got on the podium and told you what I said. Jimmy G better throw the ball. He holding the ball too long. Some of that is not always on him. But we got to remember, he's trying to make a play, so he's trying to let the receiver get open. And our receivers need to get open, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he was saying at his press conference. I listened to him, and I heard Richard Sherman talking about what I said. Anytime the offense scored 30, to be able to win that game, that defense need to tighten up a little bit, and we can't just rush for the whole game. Like, I understand he got a scheme. Let me holler at Robert Siller. I know this Monday Night Raw, so let me get the first installment. Let me get the first installment.
Robert Siller, let me holler at you.
Mr. Sala, listen, man. I know you got a scheme or whatever, and you guys are trying to rush the passer with 4 guys. That it's not working. All right, it's not working. So you got to do something. We got to send some heat. I keep watching the game, and I still ain't seeing no blitzes. Maybe you're worried about the back end, but man, we got to make the quarterback throw the ball, man. And if you're not sending any heat, if you keep with this vanilla 4-man rush, complaining about we don't have any pass rushers. Well, what are we going to just keep doing the same thing and it's not working? That's idiotic. We got to send some heat back there. We need some blitzes. We need some man coverage, 0 and out, sending 5 and 6 guys if we have to, man. We got to get on certain downs, not every play, and I look at your chat room and I hear people trying to be funny in there. That's why I stop even listening. When I hang up the phone, I just turn it off because sometimes people make me mad. Because they don't be thinking about real logical stuff. They just try to say stuff to make other people mad, But that's my thing right there. You fired, bruh. You do that shit again over here, you fired, man. I don't like it, man. You blaming the cornerback, man. But come on, man. You're a rookie. You're going to make some mistakes. We gotta get off the field. We got to get off the field on 3rd down, man. That's the money down. And B-Ham was right, man. Reuben Foster is on the way, man. He cleaned some of that up. I did see the 3rd down play that they got when the guy should have been tackled well before the first down, and he slipped through the tackle and went down. Ruben to clean that up.
Oh.
You know, him and Fred Warner is going to be good.
Ooh.
You know, and then and if you think about it, man, I don't want too much swag on Jimmy, man. People keep yelling at him and stuff, but you know he need to let the ball go sometimes. But you know what, Ronbo, man? Maybe if his receivers was getting open, watch when Goodwin come back. He's a world-class athlete, got a lot of speed. Can't nobody stay in front of him.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's going to get separation. Maybe Jimmy was holding the ball, just hoping this guy was going to get open, wait, and that's why he got his shit cleaned up. Because he got hit a couple times, man. He needed to throw the ball.
And remember, you know what? Them INTs of the last couple weeks, they maybe alter this game, and he's trying to wait for them guys to break. When you like, you're right. When Goodwin comes back, it seems to change the offense. Why is everybody open when Goodwin's on the field? He goes away
because of his speed, man. It's just because of speed.
Well, actually, the defense is setting up. Defense is setting up. You can zone up a little tighter if you don't have to deal with Marquise Goodwin. He is the ultimate weapon. Some people don't want to give any credit, but Marquise Goodwin is about this offense. This offense is about him.
Right, because, you know, in those previous situations, when Goodwin was on the field, Jimmy G was able to get the ball out of his hand because his receiver was open.
Quickly, just like
getting away from the guy. Yeah, he's open
like
quickly.
That.
So Jimmy G, like, oh, there you go. Boom, that was one of his favorite targets, you know.
Because he's always open.
That's good. Going to be working good for us when we go to Kansas City. So,
yeah.
You know, I'm up to the test. You know, I don't think their defense is all that great.
It's not. They be giving up points like crazy.
Right. Exactly. So if we keep our foot on the gas, you know, and we execute and we play the way we're capable of playing, you know, and keep running Breida and keep running Morris, you know, y'all can yell at Kyle all you want, but in that time of the game, you know, you're gonna run it. You want to put a bigger back in there. That's just simple, you know. So that's why I hate, you know, stop listening because people say stuff like that. You know.
Well, Raymond,
like, why did they give it to Morris? Like, what are you talking about, man? We trying to run the game out, and now at this point, but they still should be playing defense.
Yeah,
you put Breida in there and send Breida up the middle? No, you're not playing sweep. You're not running sweeps in a 2-minute drill.
I hear you, Raymond. We got to stop though.
Yeah, man. Salah got to call a better game on defense, man. We got to send some more pressure at the quarterback. Not every down, you know, but none at all the whole game. That's crazy, man.
It's losing
so that's
too.
my
scary.
game right there.
And you're right too.
Yeah, and
all right, Raymond.
Yeah, 4 seconds, Jimmy. Throw the ball. 4 seconds. All right.
Yeah. Hey,
go Niners.
Yeah, fam. Talk to you later. Here's Raymond telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And it's Jack. They're telling where Jack is. He's somewhere on the planet. You never know where. Jack. Are we sure that's Jack? Not sure. Okay. Let's see. Let's say it says UK. Caller from the UK. We're waiting to come on in. Hello. Hello, UK. What was that? Was that the UK caller? Hello. Hello. Yeah, you got a bad connection, UK. Try again. All right. Hey. Okay. 323 Montebello, California.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Hey, what is your name, fam?
Man, I'm Zay. I talked to you about like a year and a half ago when Chip Kelly was in. My name's Zay, man.
Wait, Zay?
Yeah, Zay.
Zay, what's
my real name is Zay Sean.
But we can call you Zay. No problem. Zay.
Man,
a year and a half.
I'm from LA, man.
All right.
I live in LA.
Down there in Ram country.
Hey.
Yeah, you a year and a half. A lot's happened since a year and a half.
I know, man. It's crazy. Man.
More than crazy, man.
But man. Hey.
Listen.
You know, it's crazy. We beat the Lions with a third-string linebacker.
I know. You know, and he got more tackles than anybody. I mean, you know, he wasn't really hurting us that bad. But there was some missed tackles at certain times he should have made. But, yeah. Third string.
Yeah, we beat him with, and then we got wasted talent on the bench. You know what I mean? You got to Julian Taylor, they got to get in. DJ, they got to get in. Earl Mitchell don't get no push.
Zay, you know what? It sounds like you're. Are you on speakerphone? Maybe get to the mouth because you sound like you're in a distance.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
Right.
You can hear me now?
It's a little better. Yeah. All right. Now, what was the point you were making?
Oh, I said we got wasted talent on the bench, man. Julian Taylor, Earl Mitchell can't get no push, man. I see him get pushed back all the time.
We so agree. Julian Taylor, I think Julian Taylor is going to be in around week 6. If Eric Armstead continues to struggle, look for Julian Taylor sometime soon. But Mitchell can sit down now. Man.
Earl Mitchell don't get no push. He always get pushed over.
Every time.
I was like, what the heck?
Every play.
And I was listening to a couple of callers. They was talking about the blitz. I did see one blitz, but it didn't work at all. It was so horrible.
I didn't see it. Can you remember when that was? I was wondering about that, but I didn't think about it until people started talking about it. When was that blitz? Can you remember?
It was like in the third quarter, I guess. I was sitting there. It was like it was already kind of like downfield already. And I was watching the game with my boy, and I'm like, I seen him come in with like Elijah Lee and Warner, but like it was no like pressure at all. It didn't go nowhere.
See, that's what really worries me, Zay. I watched the Jets just beat Stafford's ass for 4 quarters. That offensive line is not all that. Why in the world, what are we doing that we can't get in there no kind of way? I mean, every now and then.
That's what
I don't get that.
No push. There's no push at all.
Damn.
No push. Earl Mitchell don't get no push. Only person that get pushed
is Buck.
Buckner. Yeah, but sometimes Buckner ain't get in there too. Sally do get in there sometimes. He just gets tackled.
They run past, and they run past the quarterback. You notice that? They run they pursue right on past. So what the? Oh man, what you couldn't grab the quarterback while he was going by?
He can't get to him.
Damn.
Yeah, Sally just can't get to him. I seen a couple of them. I seen one. He had his hands on the quarterback, but what's name stepped up. Stafford stepped up.
Which is something I wish Jimmy would do. Yeah. Step up.
Well,
but you know what's supposed to happen when they step up? Somebody's supposed to be waiting. That's where Ruben comes in. Wait till this weekend.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody home.
Oh yeah, we need Ruben.
Damn.
Like Elijah Lee did his thing though, but he missed some reads. Warner sometimes he missed reads too, but he all right. He's solid. But the offense, I'll give it up to the line. The line did a better job than the week before.
Way better.
The running game got way better. It seemed like every week we improved. The offense improved. Like we play way better. The offense played way better than when we played the Vikings.
That's true, and they need more credit.
A connection. A connection's still not there with the receivers and Jimmy though.
Yeah,
it's not there.
Zay, we got to stop though, and I'm gonna look for you. Since you back, I look for you tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, fam.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be coming in for sure now. I look to you every day, man.
There you go.
But thank you for giving us a voice.
Hey, it's my pleasure, fam.
You know?
My pleasure.
Yeah.
If you see the Rams, if you see a Rams fan, tell him he ain't won no championship yet. Just let him know. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the game. We play them in December, so.
Yeah. All right, Zay. Talk to you later.
I'm be there.
All right. Good. All right. Have a good night, Zay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. And let us go check and see if the UK caller is who we think he is. UK, come on in. Hello. All right. By the way, this is something I can pass on to everybody. If you just want to listen, you can also listen. There's no need to call in. You can also just hit your speakerphone and you can check it out. Because if you get on the call list, we're going to think you're trying to call in and say something. If you don't have anything to say, then you don't have to. You can still listen. All right. You can watch us on YouTube. What am I saying? We're not on Red Gold Radio. You can watch us on YouTube. Yamin!
Ronbo, what's good with you, Ronbo?
Yamin! Man, we sit back here. People, and I know, Yamin, I know you, man. Everybody else is mad as hell after we won. But I know you. You ain't mad, are you? You said it was going to be 5-1. What's up?
Right. Listen, Ronbo, we're going to win in Kansas City.
Right. I think so.
How about Jimmy Glock make the game-winning touchdown or throw the game-winning touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He's going to get better each week.
Now,
He's struggling along.
Yeah.
And I mean, he looks better now than he did in week 1. He looked better in week 2. Right. What can we expect in week 3? A little better. So you're on to something. Go ahead.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I believe 24-20.
You give it a score now?
Right. It is too early. It's only Monday. All right, you're right.
You got to see who gets injured. We got
Ronbo,
Quaski
what's
T.
good with you, Ronbo?
We got Quaski's out. He may be out. He's got a hurt shoulder. I'm trying to figure out who's going to take his place. I know, right? I don't know what you do about that.
Yeah, I mean, Witherspoon got to get on this shit, and yeah, I mean, Cobra got to get on this shit too. And you know what I'm saying? I think this week, because I mean, Ronbo, I'm gonna stand on my word. I think we're gonna be more better as a road team than a home team. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because I think that's gonna be our strength. Yeah, I mean, for the next this year and next year.
All right.
Like,
which is always a good thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, and Ronbo, I called up there Friday, Ronbo. Like, I mean, they ain't even, I waited the whole show, and they ain't even pick up my call and shit. So, like, Friday, my birthday. Birthday Friday. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, you called up where? You called Levi Stadium, or you called here?
I'm gonna call Levi first, and then at nighttime, because I might be, Tizzle, partying with Bobby or something. If not, then I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
let me do the happy birthday song for you right now, man. Happy birthday to Yamin. Happy birthday to Yamin. Happy night. Birthday to
y'all better respect that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, fam.
Roberto, I see you, Pivot Nighthawk. I see you. Salute to the Niner Empire.
Yeah.
And we beat Kansas City. If I ain't got to work, I'm calling Stephen A. Smith show, and I'm a cussing the fuck out. Fuck the Pittsburgh style bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did Pittsburgh lose to Kansas City?
Yeah, they did.
And if we beat Kansas City this week,
Stephen K. say, "Ooh,
I'm gonna have Stephen A. snap."
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Right, Ronbo, you on to something, Ronbo?
I want some of that.
You know what I mean? Stephen A. might be stuck with the man face. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we actually played a clip of you talking to Stephen A. The other day, and we enjoyed that.
Ronbo, that was my first time. I did get a little excited. But now I know, when you talk to Stephen A. Smith, you got to be on your job and you got to put him in his place.
He'll be right then
and there. If you give Stephen A. too much time to talk, then he gonna go away.
Yep.
I'm saying?
I gotta go, but we got to see you tomorrow. Hopefully you get some time. All right.
Love you, Ronbo, Niner Empire. If we beat Kansas City, Ronbo, I want the whole Niner Empire to call Stephen A. and say, You know what I'm saying?
And he'll know what we're doing, too.
I love y'all. I'm out.
Good night,
Niner Empire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gizzo, what's good with you? I'm out. Yo.
Oh man, all right, that's great. Hey, Daryl.
Yeah, what's going on, Ronbo?
Daryl, man, we're still digesting. You know how you eat your food and still in there overnight and hanging around in your stomach. We're still talking about that game and what could have been done differently. And why our defense cannot establish themselves as real badasses. We should be looking better. But and we got Matt Breida that made everything look all right. One of only 3 elite running backs in 49er history to get so many yards in so few carries. So, it's all good. What are you thinking?
Man, Ronbo, like I said before, Ronbo, by the 4th or 5th game, you're going to see a change. This is what I knew we was going to get off to a slow start.
Salah
I kind of seen that one come. But Salah, he need to stop blaming everybody, man. It's you the offensive coordinator, man. It all starts with you. You're not making the correct decisions. You know what I mean? Stuff like that's gonna happen. But at the same time, our secondary needs to step up. Like they need, I don't know what's going on with everybody, but it just seemed like something's off in the locker room. Like something, they're just not clicking right now. Something don't seem right.
Seems like they're in the wrong position on certain plays. That pursuit of the front by K'Wan Williams, and who else was involved in that? I think there was a linebacker involved. Anyway, they first were in retreat for a pass play, and then all of a sudden they charged in for no reason because of what was going up in front. I don't know what they seen, but they left gaping holes. Zone was open for days for wide receivers, and Stafford clicked on it. I said, what the hell is that? It was just sort of ignorant plays going on.
And Shanahan, too, you got to make smarter play calls on the offense. Like, there's no way we're up by 17 with 9 or 10 minutes to go, and they come back to within 3. Like, when you're up by that much, you don't have to do much. You just need to run the ball to kill the clock. You have to do the time management. You have to do times management. That's all you had to do. We was up by 17. Why are you passing the ball? And I'm like, I don't know. It was crazy. We got the win, but I'm glad we got the win. But at the same time, it's just like they got to get it together, man.
Better decisions.
For real.
Yeah. And the only answer I can answer for that is Shanahan was experimenting on the Lions, thinking they couldn't handle it, and they damn almost sure did. So, because we were running up their face. I mean, it was just keep it running. Oh, I don't know. That's the only thing.
But you know what though? I understand he's trying to experiment with different plays, but at the same time, we need to go back to what got us all that success in our dynasty, and that's the West Coast offense. Bill Walsh started it. Jim Harbaugh ran it when he was there. We got to the Super Bowl. You got to stick to your guns. Why would you go away from that when it's been getting us all the success?
Yeah, Shanahan's running a variation of it. Most of his principles are based out of the West Coast offense. He could do more short things, but I think they took the short game away. Did you notice Trent Taylor's no longer involved in the offense? People don't understand how important Marquise Goodwin is. We're going to see a different offense. I hope Marquise gets back this weekend. But we're going to see a different offense next week, resembling what we're more used to. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see.
But we need some smash mouth players. That's what I'm saying. When we had Hardball and had Vic Fangio, they had titans out there. They had some real hitters out there. We need speed is cool, but we need some big guys out there. We can't just have speed.
Yeah.
And then
on offense, it's not a bad idea, but on defense, you do need some guys that are going to lay the metal down. That's for definitely sure.
Yeah, I mean, we got Buckner. Buckner, he lit that boy up yesterday.
Big Blunt flying up there, legs and everything, feet shooting up in the air. You know how much strength it takes? Blunt is no little dude. I loved it. Okay, we got to cut it. Fam. Daryl, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, and shout out to the Empire.
Hey, fam. Appreciate you. All right.
All right.
Oh, man. And let's go ahead and go to hey, Rev.
Ronbo.
Yeah, Rev. How you feeling today, fam?
I'm doing pretty good. Good. Got some things on my mind right quick. Wanting to get out the way.
All right, go right ahead.
First thing is shout out to my fam worldwide, red and gold, none the empire, we're faithful, 24/7, 365. And this Kansas City game has a little shook, has some, we can beat them, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 yada. I'm really not afraid of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, their defense is dead last in the league right now. Mm-hmm. The only statistic I can really say that they're good at as far as defensive standpoint is rushing. And I think they're tied for like 7th or 8th in rushing right now, but they're dead last overall in defense. So, my whole, not trying to be the coach or nothing, but I feel we can go in there and get a W. Mm-hmm. I feel we can. It's just the fact of going out and executing. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be one of them things. Granted, they put up, 42 and
80 points in 2 games, Rev. 80 points. 80 damn points in 2 games. I'm trying to understand. Somebody's got to play some defense on them boys. They ain't that good.
Right. Right. So I'm saying, if they're capable of doing it, but it's the fact of, are we going to allow them to do it?
Yes.
I really feel Saleh needs to change his whole defensive approach, his whole scheme. Either go to a 4-3 or a 3-4, because what he's doing right now is not working. And that's just my opinion. And me being a former football player myself, I just feel as though the scheme has already been figured out.
Quick.
And, you know what I mean? So, and we really don't have the personnel to run that kind of defense. So, the good thing is we get Ruben back, so I can't wait to see him and Warner out there just creating some havoc and, making some pressure points and just getting to it. I'm excited to see this game on Sunday. I'm not afraid. I mean,
but you sound like you might be a little bit. Rev, we all are. Don't feel bad, because that offense is high-powered. Ooh.
It is. And this is like the true test for this defense. You see what I'm saying? Like Richard Sherman said in his post-game interview, he's going to play every game like it's his last. And this game was a learning curve and a learning experience for these guys. Now, hopefully that can kick in this week in practice. They can get all the whatever's out and do what they need to do. I'm not saying we're going to go in the Arrowhead and shut Kansas City down.
Well, no,
but at the same time, we're not going to be intimidated. I bet you this. Holmes won't throw to Richard Sherman's side.
No, he ain't crazy.
I bet you. And if he does, he's going to get picked.
I hope he does, because it'll break his little heart and his feelings, and it could fluster him. So he ain't had any INTs. Well, he's had, I think, a couple.
I mean, we run this rock on him. Hit him with Morris with some hard ground pound. Let Breida get in there, hit some speed on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that changeup that Cal does with those two. I really, really like that combination of make Morris be that power back, make Breida be that speed back. If Jimmy can get that ball out a little quicker, we can catch the ball, make good decisions, we'll be all right. But so far, this is the kind of test that we need. We need these kind of games, because this is what's going to determine who we are. And like I say in our Book of Champions, Bill Washington said it best. It doesn't matter who you are. It's matter how you play.
It is. Rev, we're going to go right now, and I'm going to tell you what, man, I'll be looking for you tomorrow night, because ain't no telling what develops between now and then.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt. I'll holla.
All right, fam. Appreciate you.
Peace.
It's Rev, and again, he's telling the truth, because like everybody's concerned about Kansas City, and we need to be scared. They scored 80 points in 2 games, okay? So we got to come in there and play some defense. But remember this: the 49ers have been stumbling along for the first 2 games, and the third game is. Let me go ahead, since Daryl's already here. Daryl. Daryl, I always like to check out what people are doing.
Oh yeah. Hello?
Hey, Daryl, we were like enjoying. we were like trying to pick up on what was going on there.
Oh yeah. I was just talking to my wife.
Yeah, I know. I heard little Dallas in the background. Well, Daryl,
don't say nothing. Don't say nothing smart.
I would never say anything about Dallas won yesterday, didn't they?
I know, right?
Yeah, so you're doing as well as we are.
Need to keep it at.
You know, I can't even say nothing. I can't even make jokes.
Right.
You got the same record as us, 1-1.
No, it's 0-1.
Oh, what was that? 0-1? Did Dallas lose the first game too? Yeah, 0-1. I'm sorry.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah. 2 games, 1-1.
1-1.
It'll get better.
Yeah. What's going on for tonight?
Daryl, we're talking about some things that happened yesterday. Daryl, a lot of people are not happy with Kyle Shanahan's play call, and we should have been running the ball more instead of going to the air like we did. Matt Breida has all of a sudden shown everybody that he could actually have some elite in him. Quaski looks like he's hurting, and we're not getting any pass rush, and that's still making everybody mad. But Daryl, what are you feeling?
I think we need to go into the next one. Play Kansas City.
We play Kansas City. Everybody's highest scoring offense.
Pass rush.
Say again?
Yeah, the right side. That's what's killing us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he playing?
Who?
Against Kansas City.
Who'd you say?
Witherspoon.
Yeah. No, they're going to have to go back to him because they got to build his confidence back up. Witherspoon went mentally blank on us. And I think the coach is going to give him a chance, regroup, let Sherm work with him for a minute, because that's going to be better than any coach we got. Sherm knows that job like nobody else. And see if he can get him back on track. He's better than that. But he got frustrated. You see him throwing his arms up in the air after they threw a touchdown. He was like, man, what am I supposed to do? It looked like that. So
I have a feeling when Ruben comes back, I think it's going to change everything.
I know, man. I'm telling you. We got 2 key players. Just as long as we get Goodwin back at the same time. Goodwin and Ruben make a big difference. We'll see.
Yeah, that's I think that's what we need. We need to get some more, get to that quarterback. They give him too much time to throw the ball,
Yeah, man.
Sitting back there.
And it's our fault.
I don't know what kind of calls they, but, I think you need to sit someone down, if they don't want to do the job, get somebody else in there to do it.
I know, because we ain't, the Jets was beating up on Stafford for 4 quarters. So it's not. It's I think, Daryl, I hate to tell you this, but I think it's the players. I'm not sure. But I don't know if you can call the play that's going to help them out. You could blitz, but I heard we did try a blitz when it didn't work. I didn't even see it. That's how bad it was.
I didn't either. I didn't see nobody get up in there.
Understand. Zay from L.A. called in, and he said they tried it once.
That was it. Yeah. I was like, man, that's crazy there, though. But I like what Richard Sherman was talking about. When we played the Lions, he was looking his way, but he went through my way. Rich, he was talking about he would have 3 picks.
Yeah, I know. I love the way Rich lined it up. I seen the play develop before it even developed. If he'd thrown it my way, I'd have had a pick. Rich telling everybody, I would have had a pick.
Oh, man.
I'd give anything to have 2 Richard Shermans. Oh, my God. There ain't no such thing.
Ooh. But I'm going to I know you got a lot of callers, I'm going to check in probably tomorrow or Thursday.
All right, fam. Be looking for you, too.
Score.
We're going to look for that.
Man, it's good to have Ruben back, though, you know what I mean?
Well, that's a relief, ain't it?
Yeah, we're going to go like that. All right, let me get that special thing.
Yo, are you ready? Niners!
Yeah.
And the little Dallas, too.
And he's saying little Dallas, too. All right, you take care, man. All right.
I know.
Let's
You
go
too.
Niners. All right.
Jack is back.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. I thought that was you. Well, Jack, now that you're back, what's on your mind? Jack was only back for a moment. We lost him again. Jack?
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah. Come on in, Jack.
Listen, it's really late. It's like 3:20 in the morning. I can't speak loud. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to tell you guys this. I'm going to say it again, that Matt Breida, I feel, could be better than Jerick McKinnon.
Could be. He definitely looked apart yesterday.
And what do they say afterwards, huh? Ronbo?
Oh, there was. Well, you know what? There's never been. Nobody's seen Jarek yet, so I guess it was. Everybody's been kind of wondering. But Breida looks damn good. That move he used to get downfield to get past that one dude, that was pretty. But what else?
Listen, I told you guys before week 1 that Matt Breida was better than Jerick McKinnon, who rushed for 570 yards last season with the Vikings. If he would have started today, if he would have started on Sunday and just ran the whole time, he could have ran for 575 yards. I'm telling you, he was determined.
He was looking that hot. True.
He was looking that hot, and I told you heard it first from your boy Jack. All right, and the last year we lost all those games when it was by 2 points or 3 points. This time we're winning the close games that are about 3 points. You know, that was an 8-point possession against the Vikings.
Yeah.
But you know what? Every week, because you know your boy Jack, I'll let you guys know we are going to whoop the shit out of every goddamn team. Starting next week at the Chiefs, Ferrari's back, Goodwin's back. We've got a little banged up O-line, D-line ain't doing this and blah, blah, blah. We're going to beat the shit out the goddamn Chiefs next week, okay? And that's your boy Jack, because it's late. Otherwise, I'm going to get all kinds of stuff thrown at me now, all right?
Well, Jack, we appreciate you checking in and running the risk like that. We'll look for you tomorrow then, if you get a chance. All right?
Just please let them know who said Matt Breida was the man before week 1, okay?
All right.
That's my
Jack,
time.
you're the guy who said we should have got Jamal Adams. One thing we never forget who Jack endorses because he makes sure we remember that. So give Jack credit if Breida goes off for over 1,000 yards this year. Jack told you in week 2. Here you go, Jack. Giving you all the love, man.
Let me just say this, too. That if we would have got Jamal Adams, and not Solomon Thomas, he would have taken the place of Jaquiski Tartt, who's been injured or finding his way off the field.
Another good point.
That's your
Jack.
boy.
All right, Jack. Have a good night, Jack. Or a good day. It's late. All right, fam. Oh, God. Anyway, Daniel Serrano says, hey, we got this, fam. Shanahan's got plenty of plays he hasn't revealed. Let's be patient, faithful. And I want to just elaborate on that. It's a learning experience. The 49ers, if they can stagger along and win games in this first 5 or 6 weeks, look out after that. It's like Sally says, they may stumble out, but boy, at some point they're going to go buck wild. I'm looking forward to that. I believe most of that. I don't know about buck wild, but they'll be tough. Ose.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you on speakerphone or?
No, I'm not on speakerphone. Yeah.
You're better now, though. All right, let's go. What's up?
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing. I was just checking out the Seahawks Bears game right now. Let me just say, for one thing, since both of them are our opponents, both their offenses just suck ass.
Oh.
So I don't think we got anything to worry about regarding that. But
the Bears, only the Bears have a defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Khalil Mack, he's going crazy
scary.
right now.
That's a scary man.
But
God,
yeah,
scary.
Yeah. So I had basically I just had 1 point to say today, and that's in regards to Jimmy G. In regards to how people are talking about how it seemed like he seemed a little bit more indecisive, holding on to the ball and things like that. You know what I think is that for this game, I mean Matt Patricia, he already knows Jimmy G. And I think Matt Patricia, I think Matt Patricia, so he knows his strengths, right? Like, I think Matt Patricia made a very calculated risk. He knows that Jimmy G's strengths are his instincts, his very quick release, very good decision making in regards to where he's going to be throwing the ball. He generally finds the open man, but there's this issue of if you disrupt the timing of these receivers, if, for example, you have inexperienced receivers out there who are unable to really get away from the press, then that could cause a lot of problems, especially with Jimmy G's tendencies to be, he's more of a gunslinger. He's, just like Aaron Rodgers, just like Russell Wilson, those types of quarterbacks, they like to hold on to the ball more. they like to, make a play if they see nothing, they kind of want to extend it. But, there's a bad side and a good side to that. Matt Patricia knows, that's Jimmy G's tendencies. So I believe, just rewatching the game, you could tell he was having 7 people drop back. So there's 7 people in coverage, and they're all doing press coverage too. So they're knocking people like Dante Pettis just off their routes. And I believe, without Goodwin there, it really allowed the other team to really cheat on that, because they knew no one could really take the top off them in terms of speed.
You have that.
So,
you have that defense. That's available. If you haven't got that killer speed guy, yes, you can play that kind of defense. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And, Garcon, of course, he has the experience and he could deal with that, but he's not going to be getting away from anyone. So even though he may catch the ball, he's going to have 2 defenders on him regardless.
Always.
So, so I think, but there's also a positive to that, and that's the run game. So that's the reason why, our run game was actually so much better this game, was because they were focused on trying to take away what they perceived as our greatest strength, which was Jimmy G's passing, like that very good, quick release, and really forced him to hold on to the ball. So a lot of those sacks are coverage sacks, but it allowed Breida to just go off. So I know that we all already know that Kyle Shanahan knows this, and other defensive coordinators are going to be taking note. They're going to be saying, okay, so should we just take away Jimmy G's strengths and dare them to beat us with the run game, or should we just kind of let off a little bit, and be able to stop their run game, but then Jimmy G will dice it up this way. So you're going to see, I think, from here on out, like there's more and more film on Jimmy G, so they're going to try to find that sweet spot and how to attack our offenses. But I think that Kyle Shanahan, he's got that worked out. And
years of experience on that.
So, that's all. So that's all I just wanted to say. I just think, like, if you notice, Matt Patricia, he came in with that game plan, 7 people out in coverage, press coverage, knocking people off the timing routes. So I think let's just, take a look at that, see what the other defensive coordinators do, and go on.
And how Kyle Shanahan, who already anticipates that, counters. All right, those good stuff, man.
All right, thank you, Ronbo. You have a great night, and I'm looking forward to seeing you later. You take care.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
All right. And as I look at the score, it looks like the Bears are winning 16-3. So the threat of the Hawks, the NFL networks can stop trying to hype them now completely. It's over. They got to rebuild. That's all there is to it. Hey, Will. Come on in, Will.
So, Ronbo.
Hey, Will, man. Just checking out what's going on in the future. As a matter of fact, we're worried about the defense, as everybody is. And also, O's just pointed something out. Are DCs figuring out how to work against the 49ers offense? Without the speed guy, it may be effective. But we still scored 30 points. So how good was it? Anyway, what's on your mind?
Well, I just want to say I'm so glad that the Ferrari is out of the garage now.
Yeah. Tuning it up.
Yeah, I'm ready I'm so ready for that, man, because him and Warren are gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
But as for the offense, though, Marquise Goodwin needs to be back out there, because without Marquise Goodwin, the defensive schemes that the defense coordinator that's gonna do to the wide receivers, they're gonna have them going man to man if Marquise isn't out there. Because I saw that game. I saw that game past Sunday, and the DBs, they were just going one-on-one. They were going one-on-one with the receivers.
And if you drop back 7, like Otis was talking about, it jams up all the lanes. Do that with Marquise. Now we got the ace, right? Yeah, he'll go deep every time.
Right, yeah, that's so. So once Marquise go back out there, they're gonna respect the wide receiver a little bit more, and kind of like kind of have them back up a little bit because they don't want to get beat over the top. So I believe when Marquise comes back, hopefully this week, he'll kind of help that offense. But as for the defense, man, I feel bad for Akello because Shanahan said that he has to see how practice goes this week before he starts Akello.
He said that? He said, I'm seeing everybody says there's a press conference a couple hours ago. Does it sound like Akello's job is being auditioned for?
Yeah, they asked him is Akello going to start this coming week against the Chiefs, and Shanahan said that he has to see how practice goes.
Well.
So,
and the thing is, this Chiefs got a lot of fast guys: Sammy White, Tyreek Hill, Tavarius Moore. I don't know if he's ready yet, but he's got that kind of speed. They can't run off and leave him. DJ Reed, you might think about him. I don't know. I hope Akello wins myself. I like Akello. I think he just had a day. He had a day against the Giants too, though, didn't he? But he got better against the Giants.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we don't have no pass rush. Like, we had a pass rush, it'll take more pressure off of him. We just don't have no pass rush. I mean, I saw that watching the whole game, we didn't have no pass rush from the first quarter to the fourth. We had no pass rush. Marsh, I saw him every play. He couldn't even get off his off the offensive player. He couldn't he was weak. Like he can't get off the edge. I believe they should have cut him. I don't think he should be on the team, in my opinion, because he can't get off. He can't get off that edge at all. So I mean, it's just crazy.
He looked better last year. Well, we'll see. I don't know what they do in practice, but we'll see. Coaches got to make some adjustments too. Help them guys out. Are they that bad, really? Anyway, we got to go because we got a lot of folks again tonight. So I'm going to try to get everybody in before it's too late. All right, fam. Appreciate you.
All right,
see you tomorrow, huh?
All right, man. See you tomorrow.
Right. And we go to. Let me give him his entrance. Niners! Will, I guess you know who that was for.
I appreciate that, Mr. Ronbo.
Will,
what's going on, man?
I mean, Rod, I'm sitting back, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna just go ahead and admit it.
Go ahead.
I'm a little worried about the Kansas. I'm a little worried about the Kansas City Chiefs. They got too much speed, right? They got Tyreek Hill. They got that fool Sammy Watkins. They got another brother there that's also pretty fast. I'm trying. They still ain't gonna mess with Richard, but I'm trying to figure out. Ruben's got to tighten them boys up before they come off the line of scrimmage. Somebody's got to slow them down. They got to jam them up. Man, I feel better after having said that. I went ahead and admitted it. I'm scared of the Chiefs. All right, but go ahead.
Well, first and foremost,
yes.
Shout out to that boy B-Ham. You know me, boy. I'm from Monkey Town. I'm from Alabama. The city of the former 49er fullback Fred Beasley. That's right. He used to block the Garrison Hurst. I'm from Monkey Town, baby.
Yeah.
Montgomery, the capital city, baby. Okay, but yeah, hey, Ruben Foster coming back. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Ruben Foster coming back. Now, for y'all that don't know, on a defense like that, the middle linebacker and the free safety are the two that normally does the communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So, the problem has always been since Salah has become the new defensive coordinator, where they've been trying to find the Earl Thomas. It wasn't Jimmy Ward. They tried to find what's his name, Cameron, the one that just retired.
You mean Vontae?
No, the former Seattle Seahawks strong safety.
Oh.
Chancellor.
Oh, Cam.
They tried to find Chancellor. They thought it was Tartt. He's not the one. Now, I honestly think that Ruben Foster is the Bobby Wagner of this defense. But the issue at hand is, I think personally that Tartt should probably be more free safety than he was strong. Do you remember the time he had the injury to the free safety, and Tartt went over and played free safety.
Yeah, he did a good job. He did do a good job, didn't he?
He did a real good job. I think so. So I mean, I think the defensive coordinator just having a little problem with accessing his players.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People talk about the problems we had, man. I mean, like I said before, man, it's week 2. Okay, we 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
We're not 0-2. So let's get our head out the dirt and say congratulations to the Niners. I told y'all, cats, before the regular season started, look, everything happened the right way. I told you, Matt Breida wasn't nothing but another Jerick McKinnon. The only difference is he don't have a contract. But he got to step on McKinnon. You know why? Because he's 2 years in his offense now. This is his 2nd year.
Mm-hmm.
So he got some continuity with this offense. His vision is a little better now.
Yes.
He's our speed guy.
God, his
you see what I'm
vision's
saying?
improved.
Okay. Alfred Morris, he didn't have the game we all wanted him to have. Nevertheless, the running game it worked. And I mean, the thing people got to understand about football is it's going to always, it's a chess match. Everybody's not going to always have a perfect offensive day and a perfect defensive day. It happens to the best of them. Folks going to score on them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We gonna score too. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think some improvements got made on the offensive side of the football. Yeah, Jimmy's still trying to become one on his own, but I mean, it's gonna take time. Y'all talking about he hold the ball too much. I give you that. He hold the ball a little bit too long. But
he admitted it.
One thing about a quarterback you got to keep in mind is if he don't throw the ball, he holding it for a reason.
Yes, especially
the only
Jimmy.
thing he needs to do is just learn to throw it away. Yeah. Just don't hold it. Throw it away, Jimmy. We ain't saying throw a pick. We ain't say trying to make something out of nothing, but just don't hold on to the football.
Taking all
those sacks. I'll wrap it up here. Man, defensively wise, I feel like I will ask for an installment, but I know I'm running out of time. But I'm gonna just say it like this: as far as the caller, we need to call out John Lynch, man. You've been doing a pretty good job, man. But when it comes to bringing a superstar to the Niners, you know what I'm saying? Outside of what you did, bringing Jimmy Garoppolo over, you're failing, man.
Don't forget about Richard Sherman.
Give credit for Rich. Yeah. Well, I mean, I give you that, but that was a given, man.
Yeah.
He just acted first, and that's why I can't really give him a championship belt against Sherman because he, you know what I'm saying? Look, we could have had Robert Quinn, Tremaine Johnson, Odell Beckham, Sue, Khalil Mack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what do we have on our team? Earl Mitchell, Malcolm Smith. Come on, man.
Well, we got to save some of this Monday Night Raw for tomorrow, fam. So let me see you tomorrow, okay? Boy, because you're right. Absolutely right. All right?
Yeah, man. We all right, man. We all right. But Ruben will be back, and we just need to get us a Sam linebacker. We get us a Sam linebacker to go with Warner and Ruben. I like our chances, man, to corrupt the front line and get the secondary chance.
All right.
I'm out of here, man. Send me home, baby.
Yeah. Niners for the ride.
Shout out Nano Empire.
Yeah. It's Rod making all kinds of sense as usual. You know, most of you guys all make a lot of sense. Let us go to Mel out in the Garden State. Mel.
Yes, sir. Bang, bang, Niner game. You know already.
Tell you, fam.
What's good, Ronbo? How you doing?
Oh, it's okay, man. As I say, my anxiety, although I always like to keep my chest up, I stuck out my chin up. I'm talking about the 49ers. But, Mel, we are walking into a damn buzzsaw this weekend, man. I was the one that was disrespecting Patrick Mahomes at the beginning. He said, man, that rookie ain't ready for the NFL yet. He all right. He good, but I ain't saying he going to be. And he should have kept Alex Smith another year. And now I watched his ass yesterday. I said, damn, that kid's got something going on. Them shots are unbelievable. And Travis Kelce's starting to get a beat on him. I said, damn, by next week, they're going to be hell. What are we going to do? All right. We got this.
Yeah, I ain't scared.
Make me not be.
I ain't scared at all.
All right. What do you think?
All right. Well, I mean, let's look at everything, in its proper perspective. I know that this off season there were a lot of big bold predictions. The 14-2s, 13-3s.
Yeah.
People saying that's not realistic, but it is realistic, and it still is. But
because we only lost one.
I wish Yeah, I know. I
And
wish
should
Aaron
have won that
Rodgers were
one.
here right now. Yep. I wish Aaron Rodgers were here right now. He'd tell everybody what he told the Packers fans a couple years ago. Relax. Like, relax. It's the beginning of the season. We got to get our timing and everything down. Man, we're going to be fine. You know, and the thing is, the mistakes that we've been making, it's not because of a lack of ability or anything like that. If it were a lack of ability and we were playing at our best and the outcome was still like this, then I'd be like, yeah, this season is a wash. But we're gift wrapping games and giving them away. And, you know, the first game, like you just alluded to, is we almost won that game with the most terrible game that we had. We almost still won. And then yesterday it was an ugly W, but it was a W. I think that, man, like when Ruben comes back, he's going to be a young fire starter. He's going to get our defense right. And, you know, offensively, losing Marquise was very, very big, not just because of what he could do as far as running routes, catching the ball, and scoring. It's because he stretches the field. So they can bring safeties up for help because there was no, deep threat.
Yep.
And Jimmy G, man, the offensive line didn't play as badly as the numbers would suggest as far as sacks go. A lot of that was they were coverage sacks. Like, if you go back and look at what Jimmy G had to do, he is running and reading through his progressions, but guys were not open, so he doesn't want to take a chance and, you know, throw a pick. Our guys were not getting open, so he had to hold the ball a little longer. The only thing I can say to and about Jimmy G is what he needs to do is he needs to realize that he's not in New England anymore where he got Titans in front of him blocking and giving you 30 seconds in the pocket. He just doesn't have that. So we just got to adjust in that way. But no, I'm not nervous, man. Not at all.
Man. You know what's so funny, though? Okay, they needed to score, I think, 38 points against the first game they played against the Chargers. They needed to score 42 points. It's like they know just how many points they have to score. Now, they're not going to stop you from scoring, but they're going to outscore you. Now, somebody needs to come in there and put an end to that. Because if they're going to be giving up all them points, that means they got a one-sided team there, and all you got to do is slow their roll. You know, I hope the 49ers got that in mind, Robert Saleh. Damn it.
Yeah. And, you know, man, we're talking about masters here. Shanahan's a master, and he's a chess player. It's like he plays the game on 3 different, you know, chess boards at the same time, different levels. He's not going to blow his load the first 2 games of the season and show everybody everything that's in the arsenal and things like that. So, you know, I know this sounds cliche, and we hear this after every game from every single team, but we just have to execute better. It's all about the execution and the timing.
And we will do. Mel, we got to stop, though.
All right, my bro.
Yeah, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, Mel, because I tell you, man, I'm feeling better about this game. But, man, I looked at that game, and I said, damn, he don't make no mistakes, do he? All right. We're going to make some tomorrow. He ain't got but one side of the field to throw on when we play him, though, so.
Right.
All right, fam.
All right,
Ronbo. See you tomorrow.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
And I'm looking at the stats, and there's a Rams at 1,000, a 49ers at 500 points for the Rams, 67, 49ers 46 points against. Rams just dominating at 13 points. They ain't played nobody, okay? If you're a Rams fan and you run around talking smack, you get to play you played the Cardinals, all right? How you gonna do? You played the Raiders. Who ain't beating the Cardinals and Raiders? Boy. All right. Who's on? Oh, it's Coach. Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Coach, Coach, is that you?
Yeah.
Coach, are you driving that fast or what? Coach, you need to slow down, man.
That's my old Torino, man.
Oh, yeah?
My old Starsky and Hutch Torino. Hey.
Oh, God. So go ahead, Coach. I know you got a lot on your mind. We only got a few minutes here, but I'm going to let you have it. What do you got to say here?
I'm going to break some things. I'm going to break some things down for you. Okay, so give me a listen here. All right. Number one reason not to fear Kansas City.
I love this.
Their defense is worse. Their defense is worse than ours. 508 yards per game they're giving up. 508 yards per game.
That's
okay?
a lot.
Think about that.
It's terrible.
We're at around 360 to 380. That's where we're at. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The next stat. Okay, I'm looking at a couple of things here. Their number one receiver, of course, everybody knows is Tyreek Hill. But guess how many balls he's caught?
How many?
In 2 games.
They cut him down yesterday.
12.
How many? 12.
12. 12 total.
Mm-hmm.
Number one receiver. Kelsey's second, and he's got half as many. So those aren't big numbers. I mean, their points are inflated, no doubt. Their points are inflated.
Mm-hmm.
However, and of course Mahomes is having a good year.
Yeah.
But nobody's challenged them. Nobody's challenged them.
Coach, they've given up 65 points. I'm looking. They've got to be one of the worst. 65 points. They've scored 80, but they've given up 65.
Yeah, 32 and a half a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, we've given up 54. Or 51, actually. 51.
Mm-hmm.
So I think take our offense, okay? Let's take our offense for a minute. Now, Jimmy was getting, what did they say, out of all his passes, he was averaging 5.5 seconds per play.
Was it that bad? Because I didn't see that stat. Okay.
No, he was 5.5 seconds. He was getting 5.5 seconds of time.
Oh, okay.
By our offensive line.
I thought you were taking that long, which is good. Yeah.
I know he got sacked. 6 times. But the broadcaster brought out a couple of things. Spielman was talking about it. And he said, his receivers aren't getting open. That was one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing was there was no checkdowns. There was nobody in there checking down. He had no one to check the ball down to.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So that's a couple things to consider. Okay. Now I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just giving you the facts. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about the run game. Everybody was complaining about how we didn't run the ball. We ran the ball more than 50% of the time in the game. We had 28 rushing attempts, 26 passing attempts. Almost 50-50 perfect balance.
Yeah, perfect balance.
Okay. Shanahan called a good game. He was calling a good game. That's why we had a 30-13 lead in the fourth quarter. Now, so that now puts the emphasis now on our defense. Okay, what did our defense do? Okay, 2 things. Number 1, Julian Taylor has to play. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, we got to play more press. We are sitting back too far. Now I know Saleh has his strategy is to play back and make them throw, to keep them from throwing the ball deep on the long yardage situations. But the problem is, if your pass rush ain't getting home, the quarterback's got all day to sit back and throw. So that's got to change. And one of the ways you change is you got to get some inside pressure. You've got to get guys in his face. So Mahomes has got to have guys in his face, and he's got to have somebody like Taylor with both the height and the penetration to get in there. Because he can get his hand up and knock the ball down.
Coach, you know what? Can I get you to make one more point because we're out of time? All right, real quick.
I got one more quick thing after that, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, go ahead. I need you to make, because we're actually out of time.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Okay, so 2 of the things we got to do on defense. 1, I said, was press a little bit more, and 2 is going to be, now, people were saying let's blitz, but you got to do it smart. Okay, if you blitz Mahomes inside, he's got the legs to get outside of you. Okay, so we need to do it smart. We got to blitz the nickel back. We got to blitz our corner sometimes. We got to do some things with the linebackers, loops and stunts. Okay, we do those things and keep them off balance. And one caller also said we ain't getting no turnovers. We got to get the turnovers too.
Oh, I know. Oh. So brilliant. Hey, Coach, I was getting in tomorrow. Let's extend on into this. I'd love to hear some other things you got in mind, but we're out of time now. We got a lot of people tonight, so we're going to have to go. But solid points. Solid. All right.
Okay, so no fear, man. We can win this game. Okay.
Somebody's got to play defense, and it might as well be us against Kansas City. They got no business beating teams 97-92. That makes no sense how they get away with that. All right. We'll see. All right, Coach. Look forward to tomorrow, huh?
All right. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, go Niners.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Coach is right. You know, there's formulas you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So I do not believe that they're going to be the next coming of the New Orleans Saints. Saints used to win every shootout they'd get into, but it'd always be a shootout. They could never stop anybody, but they'll beat you. God. Hey, Nighthawk.
What's going on, Rambo?
Yeah. You know, I just realized your sound always comes through, but you're always on the speakerphone, aren't you? Because we're going to see, Nighthawk is our television hero, man. Hey, Nighthawk. So, Nighthawk, we're a little concerned about the defense. And as you heard Coach talking just now, I've been a little concerned about Kansas City, maybe more than I should be. But it's a good feeling, though. You know why? Because every time I think we might get beat up, we end up beating up. Because I thought the Jags were going to kill us, and look what happened. So,
yeah, but I'm telling you about Matt Breida, man. He's a bad dude.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it's Matt Breida had a day that day. So, yeah. Agreed.
Man, if he keep on doing that, that'd be good.
Right. Ooh, let me see. Wait a minute. Daniel Serrano. I meant to say, I have to give a shout out. Now, hold on a second. I meant to say, the mods. Let's give them some love tonight. And Daniel Serrano says, good night, faithful. Remember, every day is a good day to be a 49ers fan. Red and gold till my heart turns cold. I've never heard that one before, Daniel. And wait a minute, it goes on. My heart turns cold and decomposed. Daniel, you're a part. You didn't even know it. At least I didn't know it. Good night, Daniel. All right, now, we was talking about Matt Breida out there running up yards. Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, if he keep on doing it, if he do it against KC, that'd be good too.
Oh, wouldn't it? Oh, and their defense is questionable, Nighthawk. He might, if we keep the ball on the ground a lot and make them key passes, and if Marquise is back, the defense is going to have to change.
You know what?
We could get a lot of points.
We got Ruben back.
Hmm?
We got Ruben Foster back.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And
that defense is gonna be a little bit tight, a little bit now.
That's right. I got a feeling it's gonna be a lot different. Sometimes certain players have a big effect on an offense and a defense, but in our case, Marquise Goodman has a huge effect.
You're right. I agree with people. If he had Goodman, he makes people open.
Yeah. Because you gotta respect that speed. That's ridiculous speed. And if a defense sleeps, he will smoke you. And Jimmy G and him got a good thing going on too. Jimmy hits Marquise all game long. So you gotta guard him.
I mean, it's good to hit Goodman, but he also needs to learn how to hit other people too.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens, Zydog. If you got Marquise out there, okay, now the defenses can't just do what they did the last couple of games. You send 7 guys back, jam up all the lanes, just, leave things open in the middle,
Yeah, but that's not Dante was open.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy did screw up on that play. Everybody's seeing that. I forced that ball. Was that George Kittle? Forced a shot he didn't need to force. He should have went to Pettis was open. But he's not used to Pettis, see? And that's another thing. He's used to Goodwin. So
he's used to Goodman. Yeah, he's used to Goodman.
Yeah. He'll get them all. He'll get used to all of them. It takes a minute. This is their first couple of weeks working together, or first couple of games working together. So they need a little time.
But it's okay. You know what? We got Ruben in the house.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got used to Ruben on the offense. Ruben is Ruben.
Like I said, I'm kind of a little bit shaky with KC, but we're going to kick their asses. That's all I'm going to say.
I love it. A little bit shaky with KC. We're going to kick their asses. I agree. Yes, we're going to kick their ass. I need to stop being concerned.
That's what I have to say, Rambo. But go Niners. Nighthawk is out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Niners! for the Hawkman. All right, Doc. See you tomorrow. Yeah, man. Because I tell you, man, somebody's going to pour some water on that Kansas City attack. And that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do to beat Kansas City. You can score 21 points and beat Kansas City if you put them out. If they go crazy, now it's catch up. All game long. It's back and forth. They cross the goal line, you cross the goal line. Their turn, you take a turn. Don't be taking those turns with them. All right. Hey, Otis. Come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo? What's up, family?
Otis, man. I'm talking to you, man. I'm telling you. People got to be convinced now that I need to chill out on Kansas City. I do not like that team, no. I was worried about the Chargers, and then after seeing Kansas City, I said, damn, the Chargers ain't nothing to worry about. This is the team right here. But let's see if they can keep up all that scoring. They're at home, though, Otis. Damn.
No, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I just want to make 2 points real quick because I know everybody got to get in and out.
Right.
First thing I want to say, I know Akello had a bad game yesterday, right? And the whole empire, everybody now on Akello. But I want to say this because I actually played corner. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I'm watching him out there. By Richard Sherman being on the other side, he is going to get majority of the targets. Whoever is on that other side is going to be the target.
Yep.
So what Salah has to do, he's running too much zone, Ronbo. Way too much zone. If you remember on that 3rd and 17, when Tate got behind the secondary, how do you get behind the whole secondary? The safety trailer.
I know.
The safety trailer. Everybody know you make this 3rd down play, you get off the field. If he get behind the safety and the corners, you running too much zone because he ran by the. I think K1 was responsible for that mishap right there. He ran behind K1 and K1 looked back to see who he was leading them to, and before you know it, he caught the ball and he was down the sideline. They running way too much zone.
Yeah, you got to know the man up.
Yeah, you got to play more man. You got to play some man, especially in them long down situations because when you running man coverage, it's forcing the quarterback to make an accurate throw. That's what made us great.
And he's got to look around a little longer, too. Cause,
right.
See, that means the defensive line can get to him. It's decisions he's supposed to know. Damn it.
Right. That's what I don't understand, so you kind of putting Akello in this spot. Once you start getting beat once and twice, now you start thinking too much. You know what I'm saying? And even when they run the zone, you can press and still run zone. Like on the touchdown, once they make the 3rd and 17, once they got down there for about the 5, and then what was it, a play or two later, where he ran the slant on Akello and he got the easy touchdown. Akello playing 5 yards off, inside of the 10, running zone.
He might as well be doing the prevent, crazy. And you can't run prevent in that situation.
Exactly.
You know what's so funny? Actually, Fred Warner is good at diagnosing plays. I think they should give Fred a little more freedom out there to call the play because I think he probably saw that. Because when I see him float back in coverage, he has options sometimes. He'll float back in coverage knowing that the run is not coming, right? I always say, Fred, look at him diagnose that play. He knows exactly what to do. Here comes the run. Fred's on it. I said, Sally ain't sending that command. I like this dude, man. He knows. Yeah, let Fred tell the defense what to do. Sally needs to stay out of it sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. That's why a lot of people are saying he needs to go to the booth so he can see the mechanics of the defense and where they're getting beat at.
Yeah.
And then, and my other point I wanted to make, as far as the offense, everybody's saying Jimmy holding the ball too long. But my thing is this. Where's the screen game, Ronbo? If you having pressure, if you got pressure coming at you right up the middle and them boys can't hand up, run that fucking screenplay a few times and make the defensive lineman think before they just burst up the field.
And like the coach said, he never has any check down. These are just okay. Once we got to stop. These are points. And let's go over this again tomorrow, too, man. This is that's so true. Got to try to get into Shanahan's head. What is he doing? Sometimes he's questionable. Many times, actually.
Right.
All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo, man. All right, no doubt, family, no doubt.
All right.
Later.
Have a good night, Otis. Yeah. Yeah, Shanahan, man, every time it looks like he's tripping, huh? Is it? Hey, Tyler!
I'll give you some good news that will brighten your day.
All right, because I could use it.
Russell Wilson just threw a pick 6.
I'm watching the score. What is it, like
Brandon
30s?
Brandon Marshall just standing on the sideline gritting his teeth.
Is it 31?
It's 24-10.
Oh, I see. Okay, I looked
And the
at
Bears.
the score.
And Russell Wilson has fumbled twice in this game. Khalil Mack knocked him loose, and then he fumbled a second ago. I forgot who hit him, but the Bears have the ball now and they're moving. 24-10.
It is good news.
You could read
that.
Russell Wilson's face.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to get out of Seattle, man.
You know, he may get out. I heard they're not going to talk about renewing his contract. They're not even talking about that now. They made a special point to make that a news story. The Hawks are talking about renewing Russell Wilson's contract.
He needs to walk into the front office tomorrow and say, yeah, I would like to be traded.
Yeah. Well, and I'll go wherever wherever Antonio Davis is getting traded to, because,
trade me to
Brown.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean, he's better than Andy Dalton, obviously, and they got some talent. So
Yeah. Well, Tyler, you got to make it. We only got a couple of minutes, so go ahead. What do you want to say about the Niners before we say goodnight?
Well, I just want to give Matt Breida some props. He's leading the league in rushing right now.
Wow, man, what a day!
Cowherd was he was talking about how Le'Veon Bell was demanding this big contract because he's a running back or whatever. He's like, what? He's like, what happened to David Johnson and all these other guys? He showed the guys that are the top rushers, the top 5 rushers, and you probably could hardly hear of any of them. Like literally, Matt Breida.
Right.
He goes, let me read off all these guys. Because Matt Breida, San Francisco, and I was like, he's number 1. I was like, that's awesome. And then they went down the list, and then Lamar Miller is on there from Houston. He's like, Houston is 0-2. Lamar Miller leads the league in rushing. And then he goes, James Conner from Pittsburgh is like 4th or whatever.
Here's the best thing, though, Tyler. As you looked out, it's Joe Mixon's number 2, Philip Lindsay of Denver, Lamar Miller.
You're right. Yeah.
James Conner.
Yeah,
and look
you're right.
And wait, here's Todd Gurley, followed by Ezekiel Elliott at 6 and 7. I love it. Saquon Barkley's at number 9, and we were saying, Get Barkley, and look how far Brady is ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Giants' offensive line is still having problems. So it's not,
apparently
Saquon would be a superstar if he wasn't with the Giants.
Anywhere
he
else,
was with the Jets. Like the Jets don't have a great offensive line either, but it's nowhere near as bad as the Giants.
Yeah. Well,
so,
the Giants.
But anyways, Kansas City. Mahomes is throwing a lot of touchdowns, but when I was watching Fred Warner, I was watching the replay of the game. There was a play, the half second as the ball's being snapped, he read run play. He ran to the exact gap that he knew it was going to. Boom. He's like, it was like the ball wasn't even in Stafford's hands yet. He's going to where the ball is going.
Brilliant. Guy's brilliant. Him and Ruben are going to be ridiculous together.
If it's me, I'm putting him at Mike. Ruben's playing Will linebacker like he did last year.
Yep.
And Malcolm Smith can go play the Sam.
No, Malcolm Smith can. Malcolm Smith is not a Sam linebacker. Malcolm Smith can get rotated in when people get tired. If he's got that big of a hamstring, let's let you heal all the way up until we can trade you mid-season.
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not loving Elijah Lee there. So I mean.
No, but I want a high draft pick. I'm going to trade to a team like the Giants or somebody that needs a linebacker that I know we're going to get a good high pick for. Well, not a high, but at least 4th or 5th round pick, and maybe early in the round. You know what I mean? Because Malcolm Smith's going to get hurt. He's going to come out there for a few minutes. He's going to be back on the bench. I don't need that. He's getting paid way too much money.
If it happens again, then maybe I get rid of him. But I want to see him play.
Guarantee. I do too, but it's not going to happen.
I want that monster. I want Ferrari. I want Fred make you wet the bed. I want Malcolm Smith.
Oops, sorry. Anyway,
Tyler,
we gotta go.
I just wanted to say that everybody hating on Robert Saleh. Richard Sherman said Saleh called a great game. He did blitz against Minnesota, but I don't know why he didn't against Detroit. But he said Saleh called a great game. It was just about execution. And Akello and K1 missed a few assignments.
Tyler, we're gonna I gotta go because we just got way too many calls. I'm not gonna get here till midnight, so we're gonna get stopped. Let me talk to you tomorrow then. Okay, good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Tyler, always gotta do
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye, Paul.
Night, Tyler. And the gentleman you see in the nice jacket, red hat, sunglasses, he's otherwise known as Roberto. Roberto he's in character again, and he's ready to roll. Roberto!
What up, Ronbo?
Roberto, I'm telling you, man, you're looking super cool, super fly, man. I'm telling you, man, what's up?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm looking good, you know, like Uncle Sherm. Like Uncle Sherm, baby. like Uncle Sherm, you know.
I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo. Guess who's back?
Who's
back?
I know who's back. The 5-6.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Here you go. What's wait.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Man. Roberto, it was only a amount of time. Now the league has let us get 1-1 without Ruben.
Yeah.
Roberto, we couldn't really ask for anything better. If we won the first game, we'd be good. We'd be 2-0. But we're 1-1. We're not 0-2.
Yeah.
We get Ruben back. We get Goodwin back on the offense, so that can improve too. I think we're going to be looking good for the next 4 or 5, 6 weeks. Who knows? The next 14 weeks. We got to stay out of injuries.
Oh yeah, man. They say that. They say that we are They say that we are underdogs.
Oh,
for
God,
Kansas
yes.
City.
How many points? Have you seen the points? Because
Like 6. They
that's
said that
all?
we're like 6 points.
Wow. I thought it'd been double digit. Only 6 points.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that we are underdogs for Kansas City. So they say that we can win the game.
Roberto, you know what? If they're at home and it's only a 6-point spread, that means you get 3 points for being at home. That means they're thinking Kansas City's only a 3-point favorite. They're not. That's not a. Okay. I wonder who knows what. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Roberto. And Roberto, now everybody's been saying things about the defense. How do you feel about the defense tonight?
Man, the defense gotta wake up. they gotta wake up, like, like Sherman, like I saw that Sherman got mad at the DBs and Okello. Yeah, man, poor Okello.
I know.
Man, and poor the DBs. Like this morning, they got their ass beat by Sherman, man. Like, man, the DBs gotta wake up. Gotta.
But sometimes, Roberto, a good beating can help certain players. Now, it didn't help Dante last year, but I have a feeling it'll help Okello because he gets better after he makes mistakes. Remember last week against the Giants? Okello only let one guy beat him like that. Didn't happen anymore the rest of the game. They're throwing it at Okello all game long. He's getting a lot of practice. They're going to make him super before too long. So I ain't giving up on him yet.
And the good thing is that Ruben's back, and man, can't wait for the duo with Warner and Ruben.
Ruben, yeah.
Oh man, it's like Willis and Bowman back all over again.
I need a few weeks, and I might be ready to agree with that. Roberto, we got to go, though. We got a lot of calls. We're going to try to get them all.
All right,
but I'm going to see you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey, and remember, hey, Ronbo.
Yo.
One more thing, Ronbo.
I'm listening.
Remember, this is Stephen A. Okay. Skip. Hold on, Skip. But he can stay up the week. Skip. Okay, Skip. He can stay up the week. And then Stephen A's like this in the TV. Like this. But you can stay up the weed.
Roberto, that's why I like you, Roberto. You are absolutely crazy, man. I love it.
Look at this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Roberto.
All right, Ronbo.
All right,
fam. Go, man.
Hey, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, too,
right,
Roberto. A day without Roberto ain't going to work, man.
Peace out, man.
All right, peace out, fam. Roberto's somebody is do reality TV. He'd be a huge hit. Roberto. Hey, Mark.
Yo, I'm with the man, the myth, the 49er fan, legend, Ronbo Sports. Hit that like button.
Thanks,
and if you
Mark.
need any beats, hit up marklamar.com.
There you
What's
go.
going on, Ronbo?
Hey, Mark. See, I continue to review the fact that, we're going to look back on this week. I'd say about 6 weeks from now, we had the nerve to get mad after that W. And look at us now. We're sitting in position now to get right into the playoffs. And that one game we felt like we didn't deserve, we was ready to give it back. Now we need it. I'm looking ahead, you know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping that's the case, Ronbo. I'm really hoping that's the case. I did feel better today. I got to sleep it off. It's like a breakup. It's I ain't even go that far. It's just something happened the last night, and then you sleep it off the day. You realize the sun came up.
Yes.
It ain't as bad as you thought. So it's a lot of teams out there who wish they was 1-1.
And that they looked as bad as we did in winning. So that means if we straighten up, how good could we be? So
what gave me confidence is watching the Jimmy G press conference and him realizing, hey, I got to get rid of the ball. Like when I seen him say that, I was like, all right, he knows.
No, he knows.
Because it's one thing when your quarterback or somebody doesn't know what their mistake is. When he knows, all right, I'm good. So I have confidence that he'll fix that.
Man, I knew he knew.
Man, yeah, he had to know. I got a new question on Ronbo today, and I'm not one to dwell on spilled milk, but I'm kind of getting frustrated with John Lynch and these opportunities that come up, shall we say.
Yeah, but a lot of people
number
talking about
5, Ronbo? Number 5? We couldn't have gave up a 5 for Josh Gordon? I know it's a risk, but number 5?
I think it was more about Josh, I think. I don't think they trust him.
That's where I can say, you know what, Ruben, Josh, maybe this isn't a good mix. Maybe this is mixing some. Maybe this is mixing dark and brown at the same. Dark and white liquor at the same time.
It might be like Roberto was saying too. They can't stay off the weed.
That I agree. Yeah. So that I agree with. But I was a little.
Mark, one question though. Did you hear about what Jerry Rice said about? I think Rice might have scared some people too. He is not in favor. Oh, Jerry says, I don't think he's really serious about football right now. And he has so many other things going on besides football need attention. So Rice was up on 95.7 really talking about stay away from Josh Gordon. So, there's a Hall of Famer saying step out the way and a 49er Hall of Famer. I think they're taking it seriously. Because John was thinking about
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Done deal. Seattle just lost. So, it is. It's all good, Ronbo. Other than that, man, like I said, I'm happy about us getting the win. Obviously, I still have some concerns about Jimmy, even though I feel confident that they'll get these issues corrected. I'm not confident on Salah. It's just hopefully it works. I mean, hopefully when we get the pieces back, hopefully when Kyle gets his, players back, Goodwin in particular, and hopefully Breida gives him the confidence. As McKinnon is still in there. I'm just wondering, is a lot of these play calls or Kyle's not confident to call certain things that he's not getting in his bag that we thought he was going to get in.
Too early, Mark.
Yeah.
When you see Jimmy out there stalling, looking around the field and everything, this offense is not clicking
You're right.
like it's going to be clicking in a few weeks. He's got to bring him along slowly. Unfortunately,
I just want Jimmy to survive, man. To the point, I want to see Jimmy get to the line and audible. I want to see. That's what I want to. We haven't had a quarterback to get to the line of scrimmage and change the play up and start telling people, no, we're not doing that. We're doing. I want to get to that point. And it would be so nice. We haven't had a quarterback that can do that in so long. I mean, when is the last quarterback we've had that can get to the line of scrimmage and just do his thing?
Jeff Garcia. And you know what? The thing is, that's all coming up, but he's got to fully comprehend the playbook to be able to do that, and that's why that's a little while away. But we got to go, Mark. It's a good point.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm going to talk more about that
tomorrow.
To
call in.
Yeah, appreciate that too, fam. All right.
All right, man.
All right, Mark. Have a good night, fam. Yeah, Mark.
Bye, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Bye, Ronbo.
Oh, hey,
right.
bye.
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 All right, Ronbo.
All right, cool. Oh, that was special. I like that. Yeah, Mark brought up a good point, though. Jimmy G's going to get more solid. You're going to see the real Jimmy G, but not yet. He's got to learn that playbook. He's got to think. He's thinking, fam. He's getting rid of that ball late because he's thinking. You and I both know there ain't many quarterbacks get rid of a ball faster than Jimmy G. But if he's got to think, that throws. Hopefully in a few weeks that'll speed up. Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, James. What is on your mind tonight?
How you doing, man? How's everybody?
Doing great, man. I'm telling you. As I think about everything that's going on, it's hard to stay mad when you really get some of the things figured out. What are you thinking?
Oh yeah. I think I'm thinking on this Kansas City game, and I tell you, I think that we got a very great chance of beating them, and I think we will because they're the guy from the UK summed it up, and I was actually totaling up the amount of yards their defenses gave up in 2 games. Actually, it was 475 Sunday, and it was 445 the week before to the Chargers in the first game, and 475 yesterday. So, no, I got that wrong. It was 541 yesterday. And 475 to the Chargers. That's right.
Yeah, there's
so
600.
They gave
600
up
yards in a hole.
Yeah,
and that's in 2 games.
Yeah. So you're talking 518 yards averaging in a game, and it's good to hear that we're going to get Reuben back. And I will say this much: a lot of people, I kind of watched the highlights, and I seen something yesterday on that play with K1. Actually, Fred Warner was supposed to drop in coverage to cover, I think it was Marvin Jones. And Golden Tate, K1 kind of stuttered. He hesitated for a moment like, oh, shoot, who do I take? But being a corner, of course, you don't want anybody to get behind you. So you got to take that man, even if he's got you beat, you still got to take him. But Fred Warner, it's like he hesitated or something. He didn't come off and pick up Marvin Jones.
Who made the reception?
That's how I believe it was Golden Tate got behind.
Oh, okay.
He got behind K1 because K1 hesitated for a moment. He didn't know who to take.
Yeah,
and it's like Fred Warner.
The camera angle didn't show anything but him, and I couldn't tell. I saw him break toward the line of scrimmage, and I was wondering where he was going. So,
and when you look at him, it should have been that Sam side linebacker or that Will side linebacker should have had that receiver covered.
Yes,
but he did.
Had a bad day. He really did.
Yeah, but I think that I think Akello's going to bounce back because I don't think he's too happy with what's going on, and I think quarterbacks are picking on him because they know they're not going to test Richard Sherman.
Right.
But here's the thing. In this game where Patrick Mahomes is loving to throw it up so much, I hope that Akello can bait him on some plays and pick him off where he'll get frustrated and have to throw over there to Richard Sherman's side, and then it's going to be a walk in the park. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I hope that we can get Malcolm Smith back for this game. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well,
Ruben, Fred, and Malcolm.
Yeah.
Because so far, I don't think he's on a scratch. As in, I didn't look at the injury report, but I didn't see it. But I'm really, I'm.
James, we're going to go. But I got to tell you, Malcolm Smith, is he in shape? We're talking about a guy that's been laying up rehabbing for, what, a month? I wouldn't put him
Well, he
out there.
should, for the kind of money he's getting, he should be able to get out there for a game and show us something. If not, I guess we'll roll with Elijah Lee, Fred Warner, and Ruben, of course. And
Elijah Lee, why?
Well, I mean, you're going to have 3 linebackers out there, ain't there? You got Fred Warner, Ruben Foster, and if Malcolm can't go, then I guess Elijah Lee or Mark Zanelka.
See what they do. I'm wondering. Man, that's going to be funny.
But I tell you one thing, though. In that secondary, I hope they start that boy Tavarius Moore with that kind of speed. I'm looking to see this kid get on the field, man.
Okay, Big James.
Because
we got to wait to get into more game talks tomorrow because we're out of time here.
Yeah, man.
But
I know you got to roll, but I'm glad. I'm going to tell you, I don't think they actually trusted Josh Gordon. I think his mind is not on football anymore, and that's why the Browns moved on.
Could be. James, we'll get into Josh a little bit more tomorrow, okay, fam? Talk to you.
All right, James.
Man. Yeah. And it's Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, I like that entrance, man. That was on some serious outside noise. Well, Bethel, your feelings today. 49ers, we now have the leading running back in the NFL. Matt
I know,
Breida.
I've seen that.
It's special. We also have a defense that is scaring everybody because we let that team come back that we had them dead. Well, how are you feeling?
Oh, I think, we're playing good. We're, playing great. And I was just watching right now where the coach from the Lions, he was looking at tape at us, and he was saying all the stuff that, Jimmy G is good at and our receivers are good at. And, he was, saying, people have to cover them a lot better. So if they don't get the separation, then he don't have nowhere to throw. So,
Matt Patricia
I
said
guess
this?
yeah. And he was watching the tape, so I guess, his whole plan was, to do that to our receivers.
It shouldn't be that easy, though. So, I don't know what's going on. I really think Marquise Goodwin made a bigger difference than people know. Since when do our receivers get covered? All of them are good at getting away. That's pretty strange.
And then, some of the stuff that, I think, Coach Tanahan when we were winning, he kind of tried to do those trick plays. And I think he realized that he should not be doing that because, it might bite you in the ass if it don't work.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess now, because, he even said it that, his coach, he don't have a lot of experience as coach, but, he has the learning experience now, starting to go in. So now maybe he won't make those mistakes anymore. If you have a chance for a touchdown, take the touchdown and don't try those little tricks that might, end up causing the game. Because
Bethel, one trick did work. That play that somehow they got the entire defense to rush to the right, and then Kendrick Bourne just walks over to the left, and Jimmy G drops it off to him. That was one of the best red goal line plays I've ever seen. He fooled everybody. That's the kind of thing you can get from Shanahan. Give up on the brute force and the knocking people out when you can do it easily. I was impressed.
Yeah, but, you have to learn also that, some of the right receivers, they're barely learning, how to play in the NFL. So, they have to learn how to grab the ball better. Because I bet you anything, if he were not fumbled the ball and he didn't have to go for it, he probably would have went for a touchdown or he would have got for more yards. But because he had that experience,
what are we talking about? Bethel, are you talking about this game or the Giants game?
No, this game that we.
What fumble?
When he tried to pass it, he had the two running backs going in the back, and number 18, fumbled the ball instead of catching it.
Oh, Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis.
Yeah. Okay. Now I got you. Okay, go ahead.
See, yeah. So, and I think they were kind of testing, they were testing some theories because, they thought they could probably, win the game easy.
Against the Lions. Yeah. I believe that.
They kind of took them, lightly. So they didn't really want to use a lot of big guns, a lot of stuff, and end up, almost biting them in the ass. But
that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. At least we won. We got victory.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty,
but we got that.
It's a learning experience. Yeah. It's a learning experience for all our teams.
Yeah. Right. Bethel, we got to stop though. I'll look for you tomorrow, and we can continue on this, huh?
All right. Hey, nobody keeps trying to down everybody because, this is a young team. We're learning everything, and plus, to learn Coach Canahan plays, it takes time.
It's good. Yes,
so,
there you go. All right, Bethel.
So I have to develop, and it's better to do it right now than later on in the season when, we really need these kind of plays that
and you're right.
to sink in.
It's only week 2. It's a good time to work on these things, especially get a team you can beat. Bethel, we really got to go. We got a lot of people trying to get in here before it gets too late.
Good job, Ronbo.
Thanks,
I love what you do.
Thanks,
and
man.
Plus, if it wasn't for your show, there'll be a lot of angry Niners right now being angry. But
we can talk about it and get it out,
but,
right?
Yeah, get it out. And then plus, I love all your callers that, some of them, they make good points and they make, us feel a little bit better about the win.
That's it,
And, they have good points. Shout out to all of them.
Fans.
Shout out to all my Niners.
Right.
And let's go, Niners.
Yeah.
We got to do good. Keep up your head. Don't worry.
That's right. Chin up.
All right, have a good night, Rumble.
You too. And let's go check out. It's a big show. Hey, the only reason Big Show is calling is because I used Kendrick Bourne as an example. I knew that would light him up. I'm talking shirt.
Yeah. You can calm down on that a little bit because the man only had 4 yards and 1 touchdown in an entire game.
No, I am kidding.
That's kind of sad.
He's got to. Last week I would have been more impressed. That route he ran wrong is still sticking me in the neck, but he made up for it a little bit yesterday. He got 1 touchdown. He could have blown that. These guys have a way of blowing the easiest plays. So, anyway.
And Kendrick, I'm sorry, man, but there is no reason to celebrate a 4-yard touchdown pass to you, whose team doesn't have a secondary or linebackers to cover you.
No.
Come on, man.
You cannot use this reasoning because it's my guy getting a touchdown. No. God.
I want to see you against a real team who has legitimate cornerbacks like Green Bay, for example, and
well, it won't be next week.
Minnesota
the Chiefs don't have anybody. The only reason Chiefs win games is they just beat people to the fourth quarter, scoring points. But anyway, what else besides picking on Kendrick?
That's not the reason why. That's not the reason why I called. But
right.
Ronbo, I was there physically at that game, and that was the most disgusting, the most the most embarrassing win I have seen in my entire lifetime as being a 49ers fan. I have seen Jimmy Garoppolo get sacked more times than
6.
CJ Beathard.
Damn.
I have seen Jimmy Garoppolo sit back in that pocket more times than CJ Beathard.
Yep, 5-10 seconds.
It's inexcusable to not have top-notch talent around Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm sorry, but you have to have somebody like a Julio Jones for Jimmy Garoppolo in order to succeed in Kyle Shanahan's offense, and that's why Matt Ryan was MVP in the MVP discussion when he was over in Atlanta.
But he wasn't. He wasn't in discussion last year. What happened?
No, because
Julio
Kyle
was there.
Shanahan left.
But that's
And Kyle
what I was
Shanahan
getting ready to
left.
say next. It ain't always about that. It's more about that.
The reason why Jimmy Garoppolo took 5 to 6 seconds in that pocket is because nobody got open. And there were only 2 touchdowns scored by Kendrick Bourne and Garrett Selleck. And you cannot do that week in and week out and expect to win every time like that. You have to have multiple players scoring instead of relying on your field goal.
I do have one question,
to win
though.
games and stuff
You
like
were at
that.
the game. So let me ask you this question, though. All right. Now, we know that Jimmy missed a couple of reads. It was shown brightly. I mean, Pettis was so open. He should have started screaming as he was standing there on one play, and he forced the ball in toward George Kittle. What I'm wondering is, if Jimmy was taking too long, because I know he's trying to learn the offense right now, and it shows. That's not Jimmy G. That's not him. So what he's doing, he's forcing himself to study on that offense. He misses things now like he never has before. Could it be that Jimmy's not seeing guys getting open? And he's too late?
This brings me to my next point. Kyle Shanahan, I know you're a big offensive-minded genius and a great play caller, but get your head out of your ass, man, and get a damn offensive coordinator up in that booth, okay? Because there are some plays that you don't see and Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't see, which is why he stands back in that pocket forever and tries to find guys that are open and can't find them open. You know what I mean? It always helps to have a third set of eyes, especially in the sky, who can help you either audible a call or help you find guys open and you can hit your target. Because you got those traits to hit your targets when they're open.
Timing's
and
off.
Timing, the quick release, and the one thing you do have to work on is you overthrowing your receivers. We don't have Gronk here, Jimmy. Okay, you got to understand that our tight ends are not that tall, and they're not that huge.
So that ball sailing on him was really strange. And Show, that didn't take place until they started adjusting his footwork, which is really starting to bother me. What? It was supposed to get better.
Say that again.
You know, he wasn't sailing that ball like that until they started adjusting his footwork. This is another thing that I'm a little concerned. They've made all these changes in Jimmy, and they've made him not Jimmy. So, I don't know. We'll see in a few weeks where this goes. I think it needs a little time. We're expecting a little too much too soon, but hopefully it's soon. But Joe, looks like we're
and Ronbo,
go ahead and make a quick point.
When was one more question? When was the last time Malcolm Smith saw the field?
God, it's been months. Really a long time.
No, I mean, when has he saw legitimate game time?
I guess. Did he play?
No, not preseason, regular season. When has he last saw a regular season game?
2016. What did he get?
Cut his ass.
Yeah.
Cut his ass.
No. I have no problem about because now we got Fred Warner, and I'm happy with what I seen from Elijah.
There's nothing to see in Malcolm Smith, who's a washed-up linebacker and hasn't seen the field since 2016. I'm sorry, but that's a waste of money right there.
Then, right? Yeah, he's aged a couple of years, so time's up.
One more thing.
We agree on this, man.
I promise one more thing.
Real quick, so
Jed
really
York,
quick.
Man, Jed York, do something about that fucking shade in that stadium. I have never been so burnt in my entire life before. I look like a damn tomato right now. It's no joke, Ronbo. I have never been.
I believe it, Joe.
This
Joe,
fried before.
We got to run because I'm getting all
right,
kind of flack.
y'all have a good night.
All right, fam. See you later.
Right. Good night.
All right, and quickly we go to. Oh, it's Mike the Hitman Hard. Mike, come on in, man. This happens sometimes with Mike. Mike, and you know what really bothers me? I gave him that great intro too. No, I got it, Mike. Mike. All right, we'll come back to Mike. Let's see who else has got here. Hey, Nathaniel. Nathaniel. This is Nathaniel. You got the E instead of 9. He says, Jimmy needs to stop staring down receivers, and Big Show needs to get over the overpriced brand names. We need interior linemen. Nathaniel sent him out there. Hey, is that Mike?
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Mike, what's up, man?
What's up, Chief? How you doing?
Oh, man, I was just sitting back here. I was reading Nathaniel Hurley just made a couple of good statements I was just laughing at. He says, Jimmy needs to stop staring down receivers. And then he went right from there to Big Show as he segues and says, and Big Show needs to get over the overpriced brand names. We need interior linemen. And I got to say, amen, Big Show. I'm telling you, man, it starts in the trenches. Man, go ahead, Mike.
Ronbo, let me get into this real quick because I know you're limited on time, brother.
Yes, we are. I get a lot of pressure,
first off,
too.
Big shout out to all the Heart Foundation. Our newest Heart Foundation member, Angel Cortez. Big shout out to him. Nate, Down to Love to Hate, Fox, and Raymond. You know, big shout out to the Heart Foundation.
All right.
I want to say this, man. A couple quick things. First of all, big shout out to Yao Ming. I didn't know this dude, G-Check Stephen Smith, man. If anybody knows Mike the Hit, man, I can't stand Stephen A. I don't watch this dude. I haven't watched ESPN in 5 years. So I will say this, though, man. I don't like that dude. Real quick, man. Stephen A., if you just happen to be by the Ronbo, network, I will pay my way to fly to wherever you are and debate you on San Francisco 49ers because I heard you say a couple things about my squad, and I will crush you on your show. I'm letting the whole Ronbo Sports Show live know I will crush you. Anyway, I'm not going to spend much time on this dude because I have important things to talk about.
Right.
First and foremost, man, San Francisco 49er fans, we really, really got it. I've heard so many callers call and say we missing out on these guys, these big marquee names. Okay, real simple. If we're talking about this guy from the Browns that just went to New England, he was suspended 56 games, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be sure.
We were the same. Yeah, like we're talking about, we don't want guys like, our linebacker who hadn't played in a couple years, but we're willing to take a guy who hadn't played and who was suspended for 56 games. Now, the response to that is people say, oh, well, he's a more impactful player. Okay. Yeah. What about Alden Smith? He was an impactful player. You guys were like, hey, man, we need to get rid of this dude because he ain't getting his stuff together. And he wasn't suspended 56 games. But you're willing to take a guy suspended 56 games, the headache for that. Like, the risk reward is not in our favor. So it's not about a fifth-round pick. It's about the principle of the guy being available. It wasn't like he was hurt, Ronbo. He missed 56 games. Suspended. I mean, damn, what more? That's 3 damn seasons. What the hell?
I thought he was done.
So, man, I'm just saying, bro, it's insane. And then on top of that, guys are like, man, what about Khalil Mack? What about, man, do you want to mortgage your future? I'm going to say this, and this will kill everybody's argument. Everybody who wants these big brand names. Name the last big brand name player that New England had that they invested in that they kept.
True.
They let Chandler Jones go, still won. They let Randy Moss go, still won. They replaced people. What you do, New England's doing exactly what San Francisco used to do before the salary cap came, okay? What we did, and New England's doing now, is they took our formula, which we need to go back to. We built through the draft. We got key acquisitions in free agency like Garoppolo and Sherman. And we build around that, and we invest in our players. Because what you're saying is if you want these big-time brand-name receivers like the Dez Bryants and whoever else is out there, you're basically saying everybody that we put in our draft, we don't have confidence in. Like, what's the point in drafting Pettis? What's the point in drafting any other young receiver we did or any young player? And if we get a Khalil Mack, how are we going to keep the talent that's young, that's going to potentially be really, really good in the next 3 seasons? How are we going to keep them around when it's payday? Look at Seattle. They can't keep nobody. They invested in a big brand name like Jimmy Graham. They lost damn near everybody. And look at him now. Russell Wilson, he threw a pick 6, and now he's doing skates, ironically. So,
and they don't want to talk about a contract renewal with him either.
I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'll wrap it up, Ronbo.
Right.
If we're gonna draft, people got to understand something. A lot of our players, majority of our players have not even had. It's so inexperienced. It's not even funny. They don't even have more than 2 seasons. Our head coach, inexperienced. This is his 2nd season, whatever, as a head coach. Same thing with our general manager. Same thing with our quarterback. This is Garoppolo's 1st year as a starter. Do y'all forget that? Same thing with our team overall. Reuben Foster hasn't even played, and he's in his 2nd year. Pettis is a rookie. We got so many George Kittle. Like, I can go on and on and on. Like, Akello, he's in his second year. We got so many players that are still green. They're trying to learn. You have to give it time. We just drafted these dudes. We just invested in them. And yet you want to go get guys that are going to mortgage our future? We don't even know how these guys are going to develop. Say in the next 2-3 years from now, these guys turn out to be, like, legitimate great players or good players. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You can still invest. You can still build around. And you can cut ties with who. As long as you keep your core group, that's what New England's doing. They don't have any big brand name players, and they're winning Super Bowls.
Right.
It's simple.
So true, Mike.
It's simple, man.
Oh, that's the gospel truth. Every last bit of it.
And one more thing. These damn Chiefs, y'all stop talking about, man, look, the Chiefs start off strong every year, and they finish miserably every year.
That's true.
Like I'm not worried about the Chiefs, man. Seriously. Like,
right.
You know, they could talk about the 6 touchdowns and all that. It don't impress me, man. We're San Francisco. We're not Pittsburgh.
There you go. Mike, we got to stop. I'm going to tell you what, I'll look for you tomorrow, all right? Good stuff, Mike.
All right, Ronbo, go Niners.
Yeah. All right. And we move to DOZA. Sup? Is that Doza? As in Mendoza. Doza. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hey, there you are. Hey, Doza,
Can
right?
you hear me now, Ronbo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All
right. I just wanted to start off with 2 things.
Go ahead.
So I need an installment, Ronbo.
Uh-oh. It looks like it's somebody gonna get roasted. And now, Monday Night Raw with another Let Me Holler At You. You are Doza.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy, I went to the game, man. I got your bobblehead. I have all the faith in you, man. But we look to you, all the Niners players look to you to get them started, to get this game started, you know what I'm saying? Kick it off to the right foot. We go out there, Ronbo, and the first thing I see is Jimmy's taking, like, the most underneath passes, and he's missing key plays that he could get for big yards. Dante Pettis is running down the field wide open, but he throws it to the first level, and it's like Garoppolo the problem is, Ronbo, is what I was seeing was he's just not looking around like he was last year.
Right.
Right. He's I don't know why he's doing this now, but he's just eyeing down the first receiver and sticking to him. Mm-hmm. And later on I think it was like the 3rd down in the second half.
Yeah.
He was running to the left. He was scrambling to the left, but he didn't have to because he could have just took his time, looked. Matt Breida was running an underneath route to the right side, and he could have easily just checked it down to him, but he didn't. He ran to the left, and he got tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So there's another play that just was a loss for us.
You don't see
in
that
the game.
all on the camera. I mean, television.
No, because they got all the different camera angles and all that stuff. But everybody around me out there in the game, man, I'm out of breath.
You're still upset about it since yesterday.
Man, Ronbo, everybody just, at the end of the game, everybody just wanted to get out of there, man. We just wanted to escape with that Jimmy bobbleheads, man, I swear.
It'd be funny if everybody left. After we left the bobblehead sitting in the seat and left.
Yeah, for real. It's those and the passes that go over Kittle's head over and over again. Because you would think that he would finally hit those, but for some reason he just hasn't gotten on the same page with Kittle yet. I don't know what it is, if he's just like too hurried or what it is, but it's kind of frustrating because you see those easy games and you're just like, oh man, if we had that, that's another down. Now we're on 3rd. Misses another. Oh, he got sacked. Now we're on 4th and like 20 or something like that. Man. It's like you just got to keep on. You got to keep on the pressure, and you can't let your foot off the gas because if you do, it's the NFL. These teams are going to take you out if you do. So that's how it goes. The other thing is that when we needed Jimmy to make big plays towards the end of the game and score, he did. But these last 2 games, now I want to say that these are just 2 first games. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that Jimmy has it in him. There's a reason why he was 7-0 as a starter. And Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch look at him like so highly. And same with Richard Sherman. When he saw him, he was like, "Oh, this guy, he's going to be something good." And everybody still, even Stephen A. Smith, even though he's a hater and all that stuff, he still thinks that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be good in the end of it all. So I have no problem there. But I just wish that Jimmy would be more clutch when it comes to it. These interceptions that he's throwing, one around 3rd and 5 and 30. Oh man, it just hurts when you see that. And we got so lucky, Ronbo.
I know. Everybody's agrees on that. Well, we got lucky. Those we got to go though, and I just want to say one thing on what you said though. I have a feeling it's Shanahan keeping him in them boundaries, saying, Jimmy, I know you're good at this and that, but I want you to learn the offense, stay within these parameters. I think
so, because remember what John Lynch was saying? He was saying, don't ruin him.
Yeah.
And Kyle's like, he's kind of like, he's going to have to learn sometime.
See, that's okay. Hopefully he does, and he gets back. Once it becomes easy for him, he doesn't have to think. I think he'll get back to being Jimmy G. But right now, he is working hard trying to learn that offense. And you can tell. He's not Jimmy.
Yeah, for sure.
He will later.
And one more thing, Ronbo, before I go. So I just want to get this off the chest. All the Niner faithful, y'all just know we're the Niner faithful. No matter what, don't say that we're overhyped. Don't say that we did this and that. Just keep faith in the players. That's all we need to do. It's the second game of the season. When we look back at this at the end of the season, when we're 10-6, 11-5, we'll just laugh it out and say that we needed to learn that experience for the young players. We're a young team, and we're going to get it. Don't even trip. We're not the Rams. We're not spending a bunch of players, bunch of money on players.
All right, Dozer. See you tomorrow.
All right. Yep. See you tomorrow, Ronbo.
We'll be looking for you. All right. Night.
All right. Good night.
All right. Hey, Rascal. Rascal. Oh.
Ronbo, can you hear me?
I almost got into concert, Rascal, man. People don't know, man. I like to sing, you know what I'm saying? Rascal.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Rascal, you just heard Doza's point of view. He was at the game. Looked like Jimmy G was in a fog. And, we win the game with Jimmy in a fog. I keep wondering how good this team actually could be. Kyle Shanahan's probably being very, Jimmy, let's look at the film. I see what you did here. This would have been what I'd want you to do. I think Shanahan's working his mind so hard that he's not able to be Jimmy G right now. Obviously, that's not Jimmy G we've seen from last year. So I got to feel it's Kyle. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I got the same feeling. I think it might be that, and not just the fact. I mean, I remember all last year, even when he just started, he was just nothing but smiles. And
I think he was having a good time, right?
And ends with him. Everything starts with him and ends with him, And he even got our defense motivated.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I just, I wish I could see more of that of him, Just take control of the team. This is your team. Even if you mess up, you're going to be able. But I ain't worried right now. Like they said, we're still young.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we're not going after all these free agents,
That's right.
I mean, right now we're just trying to build something, And
it's only 2 weeks. Two
games, you don't know what you got.
Yeah.
You don't know what you got until they can actually prove it. And I mean, Matt Breida, man. What did I tell you, Ronbo?
Yeah.
Matt Breida's a beast.
Everybody's Rascal, were you on the Matt Breida trade early? Everybody's claiming now that Matt Breida Matt Breida was going to be a star.
I had told you even before we got Jerry McKinnon. I said I don't like Carlos Hyde, but I like Matt Breida. I don't know why.
A lot of people did say that though.
And I think part of the reason why we're struggling kind of is probably just because of our
offensive line.
We don't have much of a. That's not our offensive line. Is that we don't have much of a deep threat like Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, I see.
He's a deep threat.
I got a couple arguments about that.
Safeties.
But I know that's
true. He spreads up the safeties. And not only that, when Jimmy was playing last year, just playing in those 5 games, he was just everyone thought he was getting choked. Everyone thought, this is a quarterback, and he was just tearing them apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to play man on man.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they did that, then we start focusing more on the run game. Now what we're doing now is we're focusing more on the run game than we are on the pass game.
Yeah.
And then that's like, look at this. we were up 17 points, right? Before, what was it?
Well,
Garrett Blunt got kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they got better, right? After
they weren't running. They weren't running the ball anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they were just passing, and they were getting yards. And that was the thing, is that our defense didn't adapt to that.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the crazy thing. You know, they were running, they were using it, and I mean, if he would have still been in the game, I guarantee you, we would have had an extra touchdown, and it would have just been a massacre.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
but they were out there, and I mean, they were taking advantage of Witherspoon, which I think he was just being out-muscled. If you look at it, he was just being pushed around.
Because
the
only thing we seen on the monitor is watching the game with camera angle. It just looked like Witherspoon just got beat bad. Receivers like 15 feet behind him. Like, whoa.
Well, you look at him. The receiver would come up, push off of him, and he would go just 3, 4, 5 feet away from him. You just like jump off, and you look at that, and I was just like, damn. I hope he learns. He can't be manhandled like that when he's, you know, especially when he's playing.
Guarantee you, Richard Sherman's working with him on that. Guarantee you that. So.
What if look at it this way? Everyone's gonna say it was a tough win, it was a nasty win and whatnot. Yeah, the Detroit Lions came back. But what if it would have been 23-27 in favor of Detroit, and Jimmy G would have brought us back to 30-27? Then we'd be praising the shit out of Jimmy G, right? We'd be praising the shit out of the Niners. We'd be like, he made it again. He made a comeback, you know, this and that. But the thing is, I think we just got too complacent after having the 17-point.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that won't happen again.
Like you said, no, hell no, it better not happen again. Yeah. No way.
Yeah,
you know, then we got Reuben Foster in there. I think he can, you know, he can do a little pass coverage too.
Yeah, and he just brings another kind of spirit to the defense, just like Goodwin does to the offense.
Oh, he's gonna scare every tight end and everyone he's gonna cover.
Fred will be covering him too. Rascal, we gotta cut it. We gotta go, man. And I'll be looking for you tomorrow. All right.
All right. You have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, Rascal. Appreciate you getting in here too. Have a good night.
No problem. Bye.
All right. And Maurice, yes, he says, no, I want to win now. Maurice, patience is a virtue. You'll be all right. You got to go through this process. Now, the nice thing is, Maurice, this might be the last year you got to go through this process. Because provided they keep the offensive line together, so we don't have to go through that training next year. All the guys on offense, all the receivers, all the running backs, everybody stays together so we're not getting all new people again next year. May not have to go through this next year. They may come in, hit the ground running, and everybody knows everything. That's when the 49ers become extremely dangerous. All right. Trez, come on in, Trez. Uh-oh.
Hold up. Wait a minute, Ronbo. Still hold up on that red and gold.
All right. Sorry. I didn't know he was going to put it back in. Okay. Yeah. I had to pick it back up, Trez. You got me.
Everybody talking about they done calm down and they done relooked at everything.
Not Trez.
Hey, man, get real with yourself. You know, that's all I'm going to say to everybody. Get real with yourself. Because what's being displayed on that field coming from that defense, hey man, is unacceptable. Shout out to Otis, man. Otis made a great point about Fella playing too much zone. He is dead on point with that. He is dead on point with that, Ronbo. I mean, if you're gonna play zone, then you need to play man zone. But what we doing right now, it ain't working. Solid defense is just not. He's not getting enough pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's why we ain't getting sacked. You still got to put a certain amount in the box, just, you know, and send certain exotic blitzes in, man. You just can't sit back and rush forward and think you're going to get to the quarterback, bro. You ain't helping nobody out up there. You ain't helping nobody out. So that's one thing. But a lot of points was made tonight, man. Shout out to Big Show. He made some good points. Mike Hit, man, he made some good points.
This is the show. Can you believe it? Trez actually getting behind you, because you know I ain't getting behind you. Go buy me that jersey. Go ahead, Trez.
Oh no! I'm gonna get behind what he said tonight, because he made some good points. But my one thing for the Hitman would be is that he said, you know, y'all was talking about the big names and we don't need the big names and all that. Okay, for me, Josh Gordon is a risk reward factor, right? But the risk here was a very low risk.
You see what I'm saying? Of what was being asked. Sometimes you gotta lay your cards out there, man. When you're trying to be all in and you think you got a chance to potentially do some things in the season, man, you got to be all in. The Rams are all in. You see what I'm saying? They're all in.
True.
They going out. They getting everybody. They loaded up. They are loaded up because they are all in on what's going on. And we got to get in that mentality too, Ronbo. We have to. We can't keep letting opportunities like this squander by. Now, he said in the same breath, New England ain't never kept a big name, but New England went after Josh Gordon. You see what I'm saying? They went after Josh Gordon. Yeah, they don't keep big names, but they saw the risk and the reward, and they said, okay, right now we need Tom Brady and we need Josh Gordon. And they feel like they can turn Josh Gordon around and get him on that field. That's the same mentality we got to have.
Trez,
That's the same mentality we got to have.
But I'm just saying, on Mike, his argument was, where New England is as far as development, they can afford to bring in that kind of player for a rental. I don't know that we've reached that point yet, Trez. I got to agree with Mike on that.
Why not, Ronbo? Why not?
Okay,
why we haven't reached that point? We're an NFL team, right?
No, I'm just
why
saying.
We haven't?
We're not established yet. You know what I'm saying? If you start bringing in these guys and spending a lot of money, I don't know, Josh Gordon might not be that expensive.
This guy's been in Kyle's system before.
Well,
we ain't bringing in nothing new.
You got me there, though.
We ain't bringing in nothing new. Yeah, this guy's been in the system before.
But
that's why he said, I would choose to go to Dallas or San Francisco. Yeah. He wanted to go somewhere where he was comfortable.
And then
he was comfortable within Kyle's offense.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
That's why he made the statement.
Who would you get rid of, though, Trez? You got to drop somebody. Who are you going to get rid of?
Victor Bowler Jr. He's supposed to be back for a roster spot. Where is he at? He's supposed to be back this week for a roster spot, right?
Yeah, I said that yesterday.
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen on the roster spot now? Who's out now? Okay, because he's due to be back.
Wait a minute.
Ruben's coming back. That's 2 spots, right?
Yeah.
So who's out?
I don't know. Is Victor Bolden? Did they cut him loose already?
I didn't see anything on there about Victor Bolden being let loose.
I'm looking at the roster. Victor Bolden, I think they gave him his release.
When did that occur? Because only thing I know that he was being suspended, and then they'll worry about that when the suspension was being lifted off, and they'll worry about that roster spot then.
They brought in a couple of players. They brought in a couple of players since then. Victor got, although it's funny, I don't know where his name is. I think I heard about him getting released. Because, they have, there he is, Victor Bolden Jr. reserve, suspended by commissioner. Doesn't say anything about a release, though. So I guess Victor's just hanging in limbo, I guess. I don't know what's going on with him, actually. So
and one thing another caller said about Kyle got to get his head out of his ass. So true. So true. How is McVay over there running the offense, the same offense that Kyle invented fucking damn near? You know what I'm saying? His virtue style of it, and McVay learned from him that he's running it to perfection. And although he do have one of the top elite running backs in the game, you know what I'm saying? Because, see, let me tell you something. We all know the running game sets up the passing game.
Yes.
All day long. All day long.
But Trez,
you have to have it.
You got to feel good about what's going on with Matt Breida. If he can run behind that offensive line, because nobody else can, if he can continue to run behind that offensive line, look out for Kyle Shanahan's game now. It could hit the next level real quick.
Well, I ain't going to be the one to say Breida this, Breida that, but I like Breida. I never said anything bad about Breida.
Yeah. So
I'm going to just say that much. But going forward, these hurt-ass players we keep getting each year, man, I'm sick and tired of this shit, man. But we're going to have to put some of these players on some pay incentive contracts, man. Straight up.
Them settlements where they pay him to give him a release.
Smith, Ward, Tartt. Man, come on, man. See, back in the old days, Ronbo, back in our days, the old days, you played hurt.
Yeah.
You played hurt.
I don't want to. I
started to say the P word, but these panty-wearing football players out here today won't even play because they got a little nick here, they got a little nick there on hurt.
Not all of them. Do you know that our new right tackle has played with broken bones and wouldn't tell nobody?
That's what he's supposed to do, Ronbo. These guys are making millions.
They making millions, man. Yeah. Come on, they ain't been paying chump change. Shit, get me out there for the league minimum of $2 million. Hell, I'll play damn near on a half broke leg and a foot too. Hey, I'm in the NFL, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta want it, man. So you know, I got a lot of other points I'm gonna just say for another day, but you know. Ronbo, I want to see a show with you and Roberto. I want a one-on-one. I love Mr. Roberto. Roberto got style,
that's nonstop entertainment, man. I sat back and stand back and let Roberto go. I don't even say nothing.
Yeah.
Him and Stephen A. Smith.
But in my closing though, I'm gonna say this. I am in favor of Salah going up to the booth. He needs to be moved up there because I don't know what the hell he sees. Yeah, he don't need to be on the field. He needs to be moved up to the booth, and that's exactly where he needs to be all day long. And shout out to my tag team partner, man. Always, you know what I'm saying? TNT, we still here. We ain't going nowhere.
I know it.
But Ronbo, it's been a long night for you. I know I ain't gonna hold you up. I got more stuff to say about our offense because you know Matt Ryan was an MVP for a reason in Cal's offense.
And you know what?
People
and
keep
I hope
talking
tomorrow
about
night. Trez, you come on in tomorrow night and let's run that down, man. That's a whole other subject right there. All right?
Yeah, it is. All right. Okay, Ronbo, have a good one.
All right, Trez. You too.
All right.
Yeah. There's my man, Trez. All right, let's see if we can get a hey, Linwood. Linwood.
I'm here, Ronbo.
Linwood. And
yes, sir.
You got a whole potpourri of thoughts and things, pretty much stemming from what happened in this game yesterday. Now, you can take any path you want, since everything's pretty much been thrown out there. Where you at on these matters?
Wow, you know, it just blows my mind. Is this not the fucking faithful? Land of the faithful. Faithful then, faithful now, and all these negative callers calling in. Trey, take that shit to the Dallas Cowboys, bro. You sound like you're on the Dallas Cowboy bandwagon over there. We need flash star players right now. We need the splash and sprays. This is the faithful brick by brick, brother. Started brand new.
And she'll stay that way too. You know, Khalil Mack was too expensive. I heard how much he got paid. He got paid more than Jimmy G. That was never going to happen.
And that's ridiculous. And that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. The defensive player getting paid more than a star quarterback.
But
and next to that, you get Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh.
Getting the money he's getting paid, and he didn't do shit against the Cowboys last night.
His hair looked good, though. His hair looked good. That was all that mattered.
Yeah. Dante Pettis' shit looked better than that, and he still got a touchdown.
There you go. Man, dang. No, I do worry about the big payday boys because I don't think that we're at that position yet. If the 49ers was already like riding like the Patriots and we're only like a player here and there every year, we drop this guy because he asked for too much money. Because the Patriots will let some really good players go because they start crying about their money. Bill Belichick don't even let that get started.
Exactly.
He gets rid of them before they start.
Exactly, Ronbo.
Exactly. An amazing system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no wide receiver in the league worth $100 million. There's no defensive tackle, defensive end worth $100+ million. You don't build a team like that. You build it through the draft, just like John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan is doing. Kyle Shanahan knew exactly what he was doing. He's like, Gordon, yeah, I was with him in that year. But I also knew what the hell I went through when I had him that year. He is not worth that. I've got great family built teams here.
Yeah. You got a point there. Maybe Kyle said, well, I mean, he and I were.
It comes down to Kyle. It's all his team right there, and he was like, "I do not need that negativity in my locker room." Just like we ain't damn sure not going to get no god dang ex-Cowboy player who washed up Dez Bryant.
Oh,
we do not need the activity.
God, I so agree with that. Now, I have to admit, Josh Gordon did appeal to me when I first
saw
him. I ain't never been on Dez Bryant since. He can't get no separation. He's dropping passes nowadays, too, Linwood. Come on. What is up with that?
And it's not just that. It's his negativity he brings. That's why the Cowboys let him go.
Yeah.
Hell, if you want to deal with negativity, I'd rather bring back Terrell. Bring back Terrell if you want to deal with negativity. He's a better athlete.
Well, what's that? Or Percy Harvin, you know?
Somebody. But we don't need them. We got stars. We got stars on our team already.
Yeah.
We don't need all these has-beens and drama queens.
Wow.
John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan said it clear from day one when they brought in, if everybody was fam, go back to the beginning. We're going to bring quality. We're going to bring players that are great to our team and great to the community. That's what the man said. That's what they're bringing in.
Mm. We're heading in the right direction. It'll be all right. And we also got to be
Absolutely.
patient. Everybody's giving up on the team after 2 weeks. And you can see Jimmy G is not looking anything like the Jimmy G we saw. That's why I'm convinced Kyle has got him on a program where he's going to learn this offense, and he's going to be disciplined in this offense, and he's going to do Jimmy G's not going to stand there and take all them sacks. How many times they grabbed Jimmy G and sack him last year? He went games without it. So this year, all of a sudden, he's not getting out of the pressure. He's not doing the things he does. He's not ad-libbing. He's sticking to the program. It's Kyle.
And I would have to say, I would have to definitely agree with that to a degree. Kyle's like, all right, because it went worldwide, ad-lib, after he said it himself out of his own mouth.
He's taking
telling all the players, you have to ad-lib. You have to play the ball. You don't have to listen to the play call. Just play. Well, Kyle Shanahan was like, no, you do have to listen to it because there's reasons for the madness. Because we're setting up for the next play.
On that, though, if you don't know what Jimmy's going to do, and if he's out there ad-libbing, there is no defensive playbook. That is the only problem. Okay, maybe Kyle has this all figured out.
Yeah, exactly.
Later on, when Jimmy knows the program, he'll be able to ad-lib. He'll be able to throw things in. He'll audible. He'll do some things. But first, it's now Jimmy's like in school. He's got to graduate, and then he can go back to being himself. And he'll have more arsenal action. I see where Kyle's going.
Absolutely, because Jimmy is he's a great quarterback, and he's going to be a fucking star in this league.
Oh, no doubt.
Everything's grasped. You get to solidify.
Yes. It's... Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this tomorrow because we're out of time now, Linwood. It's always, you don't. Yeah. But people do. Yeah. And that's where that guy's supposed to be. Linwood, you got it. You get it. And everybody will get it soon. Oh, God.
The leaks, and he's fucking throwing the ball 2 steps before the receiver's getting open because he knows they're going to make that break. He's trusting in those receivers. Marquez Goodwin was not in there.
He's from New England.
Marquez Goodwin wasn't in this week.
Goodwin's coming in next week, though. I'm pretty sure. Now
he will
Jimmy's got the guy he needs.
Spread the field. Spread the field.
We got to go.
Everybody's saying, where's Trent Taylor? Where's Trent Taylor?
I know.
They're double teaming him on short downs. They're double teaming. They're loading the box.
Yes.
Yeah, they're loading the box on him.
All right. We got to go, fam. Let me see you tomorrow. We got people waiting. I'm going to...
In the fam. Yeah. My shout out to the fam.
Yeah. Right.
Be faithful. Be faithful, fam. We got this. We got this. Have some faith. Ronbo Sports, #1. Let's roll. Hit them likes, like Sheik always says. And Kenny, 13-3 because we got Jimmy G.
Linwood, you're in fine form tonight, man. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, sir, because you're always on fine form when I watch your show. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Linwood. Have a good night. Yeah.
Night, fam.
All right. And it's Monroe. Go, yo, Monroe.
What's going on, Ronbo? I ain't heard from you for the last 2 weeks.
Is that right? Monroe, where you been, man? I thought we were talking last week, as a matter of fact.
Man, cause man, you get to me too long, man. You get to me too long. I'll be waiting. I'll be trying to wait.
I'm sorry, Monroe. We'll try to move you up as fast as possible. But it all goes in order. People call in. We try to get to them first. So, but anyway, Monroe, as I say. But what's up tonight, man? What are you thinking?
Man, just patience.
And just patience.
We all got to have
It's going to come together.
Yeah. See,
it's going to come together, and I think the defense going to get better because Reuben Foster back. So,
Yeah.
you know.
There's that.
And Kello going to be all right, you know. Richard Sherman already told him, you know, he gonna get it right.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we're gonna be cool though. We're gonna be cool. We just have to get this. We had to get this win. You know what I'm saying?
It was tough.
To get this win.
Scary. We got it.
We couldn't go 0-2. So now I ain't worried about Kansas City. You know, because you know they can't stop nobody.
Well, that's so true. I mean, dang. Kansas City just say, okay, we'll spot you 30, and, you know, we'll go from there. God.
And then I want to say at linebacker, they need to put your boy in, Ronbo, the one you talking about, to play with Warner and Foster. That boy with the weird name.
Elijah Lee?
The N.
Oh.
No, the other one with
Peter,
the N.
Elijah Lee's a normal name. Peter Talmapino. But, you know, Peter's...
Not Peter Talmapino, that one with the nozzle something. They had like a... you was talking about last time when we was... last time we talked.
Mark.
His last
name. He's already in there, though. Mark and Ziocha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing the Sam.
Yeah,
he's playing the Sam. But he messed up yesterday several times. I don't know what he was messing up, too. In coverages, I caught him once. He missed a couple of tackles that made me real mad. But he's basically a good ball player. He just had a day yesterday. A lot of them had a day yesterday. Tackling is a problem sometimes with this team. I don't know why.
Yeah, Robert Saleh need to play more man and bump and throw the route timing off. You know.
At least, yeah, on occasion. You got to know when to abandon the zone and man up. That's true. Robert sticks too much. I don't know. He's learning, too. This is his second year. But I think he should know more about that defense than he does. Sometimes it's kind of strange. And they could be doing.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, Ronbo. I know you got people come. I'm gonna let you go. Niners. We're gonna go all the way. Don't even trip, y'all.
There you go, bro. I like that spirit, fam. All right. Have a good night, Monroe.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. Thanks, fam. Yeah. So you know we got a mixture of everything tonight, and one message that resonates in my mind is, don't throw the towel in week 2. I mean, you know, in 2015-16, yes, we should have thrown the towel in early. But, yeah, we'll be back. I'm pretty sure, you know, and Jimmy G, as I say, the man is in class right now. I could see that. You and I both know that's not Jimmy. We know him. What we're seeing now is somebody that's in study mode. So, you know, and Kyle's not going to admit it, but Kyle's going to say things like, I have plans next year on us excelling. Right now, some things these guys have got to learn. Matt Ryan also had a problem with my offense, but look at him now. Well, Kyle, look at him now. You left him and he turned to trash. So I guess that means you were right. Hey, Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo?
What's up, fam?
What's going on?
Oh, and by the way, I meant to say you guys hi when I called in, but I actually got another phone call, and I got into a very nasty situation. I couldn't get back to you guys, so I wasn't coming in saying hi and leaving on purpose. Like, that was a mistake. So anyway, but go ahead.
Ronbo, so yeah, we are in a second win. Everybody, you know, a lot of fans, even the players, feeling that we didn't really get that win, but we got the L. But we actually got that win, but it doesn't feel right. You know, like the last caller saying, shout out to you for shout out me and Kenny, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a one player thing. It's a many players, even the coaches, even Salah's, even the defensive line coach. I think they need to switch things up because we don't blitz that much. And I think the guys are, you know, they're there, but they are not ready. And I think the issue is why they're not coming to the box and blitzing. And make a little more pressure. If the 4-line guys cannot make that pressure, why can't the linebackers come in and do that blitz? That's why I don't understand. But
Sheik, I can just touch upon that a little bit, though. There is the one danger, though, of the coverages. With a guy like Stafford, you got to be careful. If you blitz him, you're going to leave somebody open is the thing they were concerned about. Although there was times you pick your spots and they wouldn't. So I hear you on that part, though.
Yeah.
Man.
And the thing is, we're having Reuben Foster back. He's going to help out. So I hope that's going to help the defense, especially playing against Kansas City with all those guns they have going on. But their defense in Kansas City, Ronbo, is not that great. Their secondary is like suspect.
It's
in my
strange.
opinion. Eric Berry is not there.
42 to 37? What kind of game is that?
Mm-hmm. And I think Breida is going to have another week. He's going to have a great game. And, he did great. And he definitely got that top ranking of rushing for 49ers. He's like number 4, I believe. So that's really good.
Number 4. You mean all time with the 49ers?
All time with the 49ers.
Yeah. He's actually number 3 for yards per. He had 11 carries, 10 carries minimum, 11 carries, 138 yards. He's number 3 on the all-time list. Joe Perry's number 1. Frank Gore's number 2, and then there's our boy Matt Breida.
Yeah, you're just hanging out, undrafted player.
Yeah,
and that's why I like about this Lynch and a lot of fans, a lot of the faithful fans are very disappointed in a lot of picks that we pick, and we pick nobody's perfect, and that's the thing that all the fans need to understand. You win some, you lose some, but you fight another day.
True.
And growing pains is always in the factor. There's certain players that might not show up, having got sacks or INTs, or he might miss a cues on the routes, all this. But it's just how they grow up as a player. And we all are faithful. We need to understand, if we were on that field, we'll have some faults as well. So we have to, as a respectfully.
I like that example. Yeah, I know. If I was on the field, I know there'd be some mistakes.
but constantly, Ronbo, for example, Dante Johnson or Jimmy Ward. It's just it's repeatedly, and it's okay, are they learning? Are they watching film? And and everybody's last week, for example, Witherspoon smiling and thinking everything's happy days, and he did something. No, he did not. But he's excited that he got that win. But he needs to be right. Sherman, that's why I love him. I'm really liking him a lot. He's coming in and telling each player, he's telling them, you need to step up. You need to do this.
Yep.
And I love that.
I do too.
And I also have to say, shout out to Trez. He's my favorite caller, and he's one of the reasons why I'm calling here. He makes some great points, Ronbo, and with a lot of players are, doubting us and doubting the certain players that we like. It's not me saying Salman Train is good. He's doing good. He's not doing good. But the thing is, it's a scheme. There's a chance the scheme might not work for him, and you just put him inside where he belongs and he's comfortable with. And that's why I'm thinking, there's certain players, he's ranking of 37 recs or plays that he did is a little low, and I am concerned about that, and I hope that he learns and does a lot of film and practices his ass off to make this team make what he wants to be.
And we got that to look forward to. But Sheik, we got to stop here. And excellent points as always.
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll get some news out of Santa Clara that makes us feel better. Because right now, you're right. They know Jimmy came in and said he knew he was screwing up, and Kyle said the same thing. And Kyle gave the guys a speech after the game, said, all right, guys, we're good win today, but we could made it easier than that. And that type of, they know they screwed up. So I think we'll have a better team and have grown from it for that reason. So we'll see.
Definitely, brother. Well, shout out to Kenny, Bash, Hitman, and Angel. I know we all love you. You guys are the best. Make this show even better. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that sub for the Ronbo Sports, the best place to be. And keep on subbing because this guy's the best. And who cares? We don't need Gordon because Brick by brick. That's why we are here. Stay faithful, like the last caller said. Peace out, Ronbo.
All right, Chief. Love you, fam. Talk to you later.
Love you too. Later.
Hey, there we go. So, you know what we're going to do? We're in here a little while. I'm going to go ahead and take off. Anyway. All right. By the way, here we go. Ismail Ortiz, let me run this down first. Since Foster's back, put Warner on that edge. Yeah, I think they thought about that, but I think they don't want to put him there. He's not for that. Toyota Scott, hey, Richmond in the back. Good. I'm not even in Richmond, but I've been watching the forecast. I knew you guys were okay in Richmond. Niner Empire. Niners going to beat the Chiefs just like Canelo did the GGG. I'm going to figure that one out. Spiritha Entertainment. This Chiefs game is a perfect game to make a statement. Really, it is. I hope the 49ers were working toward this game, and they thought about it after week 1. Kenny says, the excitement came when we see Jimmy G capability last year. We can't afford to let him get sacked 6 times and hit 8 times a game. Fix that right guard. And it's more than that, though. It's more than the right guard. It's something Kyle's doing that he's making him stay with. West Coast 57257. Mitchell Trubisky might be the worst quarterback in the league. So, you know, who's going to be between? We traded and gave him that, but we got Solomon and Terry. We'll see what happens later. Slave and Robert. Yeah, isn't it Slave and Robert? Slave and Robert, Lions will beat the Pats next week. Oh, that's going to be the game to see, right? Wouldn't that be funny? Ryan P, come on, Niner fam. Pray for next week. Nah, shouted. It says, if Marquise is out there Sunday, we good. I agree. I really do. Jamal Figgin says, what's up? Silvio, him, sup? The problem, have none. SF till death. I like that. That's there you go. Salvador Breida says, Jimmy can tear apart zones but can coverage. He needs the help from wide receivers. That's why he took so many sacks yesterday. That's true. But he is staring down receivers, and these are things I'm not seeing him do. He's not going through progressions properly, and he's making choices that are questionable at times. Not often, but every now and then. It used to be he never made a bad choice. He might throw the ball in the wrong place, but he rarely made the wrong read. Dominic the Wiz, Buckner's going to the Pro Bowl. Most likely. He keeps on getting a sack a day, boy. Brian Culp, question, is it safe to say Sherman is our best defensive player until Ruben gets back? And also, you know, D-Buck's out there. You know what? You got to talk about it for a minute. Antonio Garrett. Hey, the people and Niner fans are okay in Virginia. Hey, Antonio, glad to hear from you, fam. Good. All right. Dominic the Wiz, when Goodwin comes back, he's a deep threat. So what that means basically is he burns a corner and then he attracts a safety. So basically 2 to 3 people guard him other than Jimmy, and he can spread the ball. This is so true. You have that kind of guy, it affects a defensive strategy. Dominic the Wiz, nobody can run on us. Both running backs didn't even run for over 50 yards versus us. That's true. That combination, they got 98. That was it. Shoot 559, and this regime, a 5th-round pick is potentially a starter. 7th-round pick's a starter. It's true. Downey Montana says, is there a video of Yamizi talking to Stephen D? I don't know if there's a video. We got sound, but I think it was a radio show anyway. Elias Lopez, what's the news for Jerick McKinnon? Do you know? Jerick's in rehab. He ain't coming back this year. Yeah, Jerick's in rehab, and he swears he's going to come back stronger, faster, bigger. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, Elias Lopez, what's the news for... Oh, I got that. Shoot 559, VB Jr. is a roster exemption. Oh, Victor Bolden Jr. is a roster exemption toward the 53. Okay. Interesting to see what they do with him. Because his termination's up, or not termination, but his suspension's up soon. So, Rose says, Gordon is gone. Let's move on, fam. That's true, right? Yeah. Not not worried. We just need to relax. In Jimmy, we trust. That's so true. Hey, I want to thank my Rhodes Matheson's back. Rhodes, good to see you back, fam. All right. And to all the mods tonight, thanks, guys. And don't forget to hit that like. Yeah, don't forget. I know he's getting ready to leave it out there. Don't forget. Just tap it. There you go. And I'll see you tomorrow on Red Gold Radio. Just have a good old night. Ruben's back. Yeah.